It's getting cloudy. When our chariots come, then we outie. If you bout it, white robes in the closet, redeeming my body, that's already done. I shot like a star with my brothers, my God is the sun. I keep them calm. That was finished before the first minute when all this begun.
The sky might fall, but the prophets we still living on. Prophesying about destruction to come. I just wanna right all of my wrongs. These the end times, so I had to seek them 10 times. The onslaught from the bomb drop got me praying I don't miss the deadline. In the twinkle of an eye, falling stars whizzing back to the sky. Fire falling, ain't nowhere else to hide. Heathens talking but don't want collide. My king come to set up the kingdom. Mash it up like he pressing the wine. Freedom from the clutches of Edom. Fleecing cause I don't wanna die.
It's getting cloudy. When our chariots come, then we outie. If you bout it, white robes in the closet, redeeming my body, that's already done. I shot like a star with my brothers, my God is the sun. I keep them calm. That was finished before the first minute when all this begun.
I know that they hate me. Chariots come swinging, my Lord come and save me. Look at the vessel my Lord came and gave me. He came with the army, ain't talking no navy. Damn, drowning that sea getting wavy. Damn, ain't no more running to safety. Damn, all of this power that run through my body, there's no way that they can detain me. The me get the blessing. Guys in the building, we kicking like Tekken. Want the reward, so I'm kingdom investing. Snapping like Thanos in different dimensions. It's truly a blessing. Chosen by God, hope you paying attention. Ain't no more pain in the day of redemption, at least for the ones that he calls the election.
It's getting cloudy. When our chariots come, then we outie. If you bout it, white robes in the closet, redeeming my body, that's already done. I shot like a star with my brothers, my God is the sun. I keep them calm. That was finished before the first minute when all this begun.
As I said before, we'd always read this day would come. He warned us. To be standing here now, the feeling, if you only knew.
By the threats of chaos and despair, the Almighty has spoken. He calls his chosen, those who bear his divine might, his saviors. A blinding burst of golden light engulfs the celestial warriors. They are transformed into celestial avatars of power and grace, their armor shimmering with celestial energy. Gifted with unimaginable strength, wisdom, and courage, they descend from the heavens to earth to protect, to inspire, as they prepare to go all in.
You can tell by my gait that I'm all in. You can tell by my faith that I'm all in. Front line with the truth, I'ma fall in. Even if it's a dead end, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in. Going in, going all in. Going all in. I'm going in, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in.
Reality set in, no longer a babe in this truth, I'm his minister. This work that I put in, these hours I spend ain't enough, I'm his prisoner. Raised from the blood of the men that they sin, but found grace in the one that can pull us out. A true prophet never backs down. I lose it all and come back down. Ran with the best, I won't settle for minuscule. Lord showed us more than this physical. Leads us to life, so we fight what I might, and this mission is clear, more than literal. Seen a lot of men break from what I've been through. He ain't ready to die, he ain't in his truth. All gas, no brakes, what the rent do? I ain't missing no blitz like you weak Jews. Never needed you. Come from a cloth that was knit in this war. Lord, keep your hand on my sword. Shield me from evil while I deal with Edom. Lay hands on my enemies, pour their reward. Lift up your prophets, do you? We not stopping. Your watchmen were blind, but we not anymore. They see your grace, we contend for this faith. We acknowledge our faith, we was born for this war. You can tell by my gait that I'm all in. You can tell by my faith that I'm all in. Front line with the truth, I'ma fall in. Even if it's a dead end, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in. Going in, going door. Bombs about to dump on. You scared to die then? What did you come for?
The world in the uproar. What would I run for? Life on the line, homie. What would I front for?
It's finna be a mosh pit. The enemy of God getting stomped in. The energy is masculinity and it's toxic.
Weak nigga, y'all can't stop me. Cause it's God that you're trying to box with.
Going all in, taking heat, giving diligence to my calling. In these streets, giving sight to the blind, willing to die about mine. Was a guide to a coffin. Cause precious in his sight on his path. Yeah, endurance is a plight, so I stand for this fight. Yeah, let me go and say it twice. Willing to die about mine, so I'm following Christ. So we rolling through the four corners, looking for the Lord's chosen. Bring it back to your understanding to all of the ones broken. Yeah, Edom gon' pay for all of the ones stolen. Missiles loaded. Yeah, we've been in the nation of the teeth. Bombs dropping, all the heathens flee. From bombs for bloody garments, what you'll see with his black boots is smashing his teeth. Pressure. Yeah, we applying pressure. Yeah, give a damn about the world. All the diamonds and pearls up in heaven is where I be laying treasure. Yeah, we on the front line. Yeah, we on the front line. Boots strapped up when it's wartime. So if you scared, wear a skirt, ground shake when them boots hit the dirt. You going all in.
That I'm all in. You can tell by my faith that I'm all in. Front line with the truth, I'ma fall in. Even if it's a dead end, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in. Going in, going all in. Going all in. Going in, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in.
Men's Conference, where the prophets of God gather once a year in unity and in purpose to chart the course against the forces of darkness. This sacred assembly is where leaders from across the world converge, driven by a common mission to strategically dismantle Satan's kingdom. Here, amongst the wisdom of the ages and the fervor of the faithful, they find strength. They find purpose. They find the resolve to confront the darkness that shrouds this present world. Here is where the steadfast and the unwavering advance. This isn't just some gathering or a summit. Nah, this is a conclave of divine inspiration. Our mission is to awaken the 12 tribes of the children of Israel from their slumber, to illuminate the path of righteousness, and to reveal the truth that has been hidden for far too long. Here's where they are fortified with knowledge, wisdom, strength, and purpose, being made ready to take this truth to the next step. Here we stand on the precipice of change. Ladies and gentlemen, believers and warriors, disciples and prophets, welcome to the round table.
Yeah. Look, we never backing down. Yeah, we never backing down. Okay, we never backing down for the Lord, and we gonna stand up. We gonna stand up. We never backing down. Okay, we never backing down. We never. Yeah, cause we gonna teach the people. We gonna spread the word. We gonna preach the word to the world, and we gonna bring them in. Yeah.
I'm in the valley with these bones. I'm in the body, we routed it. We'll knock a knock and you breathe wrong. I said, we multiplying like time stables. We got them Lake of Fire makers that can fight in a skyscraper. This one too like a tiebreaker. This the army of God. Wait, whoa, most of these niggas be doing the most, be doing the least, and we with the smoke has Modius flee, and we got the energy, we got the pulse, and we got the reach to do what we do in these streets all over the globe. I know that you see what I see, and we gotta.
Look, we never backing down. Yeah, we never backing down. Okay, we never backing down for the Lord. And we gonna stand up. We gonna stand up. We never backing down. Okay, we never backing down. We never. Yeah, cause we gonna teach the people. We gonna spread the word. We gonna preach the words of the word. And we gonna bring them in. Yeah, we gonna hit the street. Till they alive. Yeah. Cause we gonna teach the people. We gonna spread the word. We gonna preach the words of the word. And we gonna bring them in. Yeah. We gonna hit the streets. Till they alive.
So we not take no long talk from the dogs. Cause man I raving in wolves. Chief of his sound the alarm. Sound it. Cause man I raving in. Man I raving. Listen we not take no talk from the dogs. Yeah, man. Cause man I raving in wolves. Chief Wolf of his sound the alarm. Sound it up. Cause man I rave. Man I raving. You fi know man I raving. Man I raving. Man I raving. You fi know man I raving. Man I raving. Man I raving. You fi know raving. Man I raving. Many are off, you getting saving. You know, say man I been straight from the basement. Money upon the mission and we concentrating. When we touch the road, no hesitating. Everything catch a fire when we hit the pavement. Me see them a plot, them a meditating.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Most High in Christ bless. What's going on? You're tuning into another week of the Raven and Wolves radio show. You're here with Deacon Malachiah. You understand? We got Hezron in the...
Yes, Israel. Most High in Christ bless.
Yep, we got Hezron, we got Jalel, we got Tobias, we got... What's your name again?
Cookie Monster.
Man, shout out to the IT team too. You know, we got DJ L's in the building too. You know, we got brothers in the back there, you know, doing their thing. Okay? So yeah, man. I know you all in source for a while. A minute I haven't done the show in a minute. You know, these last 2 weeks, you know, last week and the week before, we were celebrating Feast of Boots or Feast of Tabernacles. You know, we was out there tabernacling. That's right. KC. Yeah, we was out there in the Okie Doke tabernacling, man. You know, shout out everybody that was out there tabernacling in OKC or in BC or, you know, wherever you was at, man, celebrating the Lord's holiday. Shout out to all of you all, man. You know? Yeah, man. So today, I'm gonna go over some things today, man. Today I'm gonna go over the birth of terror. Okay? Where does terrorists come from? The birth of terror, the birth of terrorists being born, the inception, where terrorists comes from. Okay, where terror comes from. And the reason I'm gonna touch on this is because of what's going on in the land of Israel today with the Palestinians and the Israelis. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go into some scriptures and show you all where does terrorism come from. You understand? Why is these Arabs committing these crimes of terrorism and so forth? Okay, I'm going to go into that stuff and show you all in the Bible what God says about terrorism and why they are doing what they are doing. And I'm also going to go into what's going to start World War III. I'm going to touch on that too. What's going to start World War III? I'm going to touch on the Arabs and them coming together. You know, why they're going to come together, why they're going to fight against the land of Israel, You know, I'm going to touch on all of these things because that's what's going to start World War III. Okay, World War III is not going to be started by Russia and Ukraine conflict. It's not going to be started by no conflict in Africa.
Right.
It's not going to be started by China and Taiwan conflict. Okay, it's not going. None of that's going to start World War III. What's going to start World War III is what America and the Israelis is doing to the Palestinians. Y'all understand? That's what's going to start World War III, and I'm going to go into the scriptures and show that to you all. Okay? So the birth of terror. All right? The birth of terror. That's what I'm going to go into now. I want you to start at Isaiah 46 and 9. And I'm going to show you all some. Isaiah 46 and 9.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else.
You don't.
I am God, and there is none like me.
You don't.
Declaring the end from the beginning.
So it says that God declared the end from the beginning. Okay, meaning from the beginning in Genesis. When is the beginning? Genesis. The word Genesis means beginning. In the book of Genesis, God declares the end. Okay, he declares what's going to happen in the end of days. Okay, he let us know what's going to cause the end. Okay, read it again.
Declaring the end from the beginning.
So the Most High God declared the end from in Genesis, from the beginning. He declared what's going to happen in the end. What is going to bring forth Armageddon? What's going to bring forth the end? Okay, read on.
And from ancient times.
And from the ancient times, read on.
The things that are not yet done.
And things that have not yet been done as yet in the book of Genesis of the ancient times. Moses already tell us what is going to happen in the future. The things that wasn't done as yet, the Lord says he recorded in the Bible, and he let the prophets and them know this is what's going to happen in the future.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Okay? No. Man, so check it.
Right.
Yeah.
Saying, my counsel shall stand.
God says his counsel shall stand, meaning whatever the Bible say gonna happen is gonna happen. Whether we believe it or not, it's gonna happen.
Right.
Whether you believe it or not, it's gonna happen.
Right.
Okay, God counsel is gonna stand.
Right.
Okay, read.
And I will do all my pleasure.
And God gonna do what he wanna do. All right, God is gonna do what he want to do. I know his counsel is gonna stand, and he's gonna fulfill his pleasure. Meaning what he want to do, what he want done, is gonna be done. Okay, and he declared it from the beginning. Okay, so now we're dealing with the birth of terror. Okay, when it comes to terrorists and terror, okay, does the Lord talk about that? Does the Bible record that from the beginning? Let's go to Genesis 16. Okay, Genesis 16. I'm going to break it down for you all. Genesis 16 and start at verse 1. I'm going to show you all the birth of terror. Okay, the inception of terror. Read that for me.
Genesis 16 verse 1. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, bare him no children.
So read on.
And she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. And Sarai said unto Abram, behold now, the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her.
So Sarah gave her maid to be wife to Abraham. Okay. And she said, okay, go into my maid and marry her. And probably I could have kids through her. The kids that she had, it could be our kids. Okay. Read on.
And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai. And Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife. And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived.
And she got pregnant. Read on.
And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes.
So when Hagar see that she was pregnant, she started hating hating Sarah.
Right.
Okay, when Hagar become pregnant, you know, woman and the woman bullcrap.
Right.
She like, yeah, I got a baby for him. Your woman no good. You know, so she start disrespecting our foremother.
About to take your place.
Yeah, like, yeah, I got pregnant. You know, you can't get pregnant, showing there's nothing wrong with him, something wrong with you. So she start disrespecting our foremother Sarah. This is what Hagar was doing, the Egyptian woman. Read on.
Verse 5, and Sarai said unto Abram, my wrong be upon thee.
She said, man, I was wrong. I should have never gave Hagar to you to wife. Read on.
I have given my maid into thy bosom.
Read on.
And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes.
She hate me. Okay? She watching at me like I'm no good. Okay, something wrong with me. Read on.
The Lord judged between me and thee. But Abram said unto Sarai, behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleaseth thee.
Abraham said, yo, do what you want to do with her. She's your maid.
Right.
Yeah, Abraham said, yo, that's your maid. You do to her what you want to do to her, man. Read on.
And when Sarai dealt hardly with her.
So Sarai dealt hardly with her because she was disrespectful. Okay, read on.
She fled from her face.
She fled. Read on.
And the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness.
So an angel came. Okay, this is the only time you're going to read about an angel dealing with Ishmael. You understand? And it's not really him, the angel dealing with Ishmael's mother.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
And the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness.
Read on.
By the fountain in the way to Shur. And he said, Hagar, Sarai's maid, whence comest thou? And whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarai. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, return to thy mistress, and submit thyself under her hands.
Read on.
And the angel of the Lord said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly.
So this is what the Lord said to Hagar concerning the baby that's in her womb. The angel said, that child that's in your womb, I'm going to multiply his seed exceedingly. Okay, that's why you see, you go in the Middle East, you see a bunch of Ishmaelites all over.
Right.
Okay, read on.
That it shall not be numbered for a multitude.
Okay, read on.
And the angel of the Lord said unto her, behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael.
So you'll see who gave the Arab that name. Those Arabs, that name, Ishmael. Okay, the angel gave Hagar that name to name her son.
Right.
Okay, Ishmael. Read on.
Because the Lord hath heard thy affliction.
Because the Lord hath heard thy affliction. Okay, so the word Ishmael, the name Ishmael, mean what? Affliction heard.
Right.
Y'all understand? The word Ishmael mean affliction heard. Now I'm going to show you all something heavy with that, with even the name Ishmael. I'm going to show you all something heavy with that. Okay, it's not coincident the angel name him Ishmael, affliction heard. I'm going to show you all something. Keep on reading.
And he will be a wild man.
And he what?
And he will be a wild man.
So it says that Ishmael will be a wild man. Remember what I read early on. The Lord declared the end from the beginning. Y'all understand? So Ishmael will be a wild man. What does it mean by he being a wild man? Read on.
His hand will be against every man.
It meaning that he gonna be fighting against every man. Read on.
And every man's hand against him.
And everybody will, and all the other nations gonna try to fight against him. Okay? Now what we read there, that's a future prophecy.
Right.
It happened when he was set up as a nation in the past. But guess what? What we read in here is a future prophecy. When it says he will be a wild man, he will fight against every man, and every man will fight against him. Okay, let me hit you with something also. This is letting you know what gonna issue in World War III or Armageddon. Y'all understand? This is letting you know Ishmael is the one that's gonna issue in Armageddon. And as I go on in the lesson, I'm going to show you. Okay, when the prophecy that we're reading right here, this is for the future. The Most High declared the end from the beginning. Okay, read it again.
And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
So he going to be a wild man, meaning he going to strap bomb to himself. You know what I mean? He going to be fighting people, guerrilla warfare, strapping bombs to himself, blowing himself up. Okay? That's how we see the Ishmaelites and them roll today. Okay? So God prophesied that they will be wild men and they're going to fight against every man. Okay? The Arabs is fighting against the Caucasian race. They fighting against anybody that come against them. That's how they are. That's how God created them. God created Ishmael to fight against every man. Read on.
And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
And it says, and he shall dwell. Read that whole thing again.
Verse 12.
He shall fight against every man.
And he will be a wild man.
Read on.
And his hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
And when it says he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren, this was talking about back then. And it's also going to happen again in the future. It's happening. It's right now. When you look in the Middle East, all the descendants of Ishmael, they all is in that Middle East area right there.
Right.
You understand? In Jordan, Yemen, Saudi Arabia. You understand? All of them dwell in that region right there. Hope you all understand. That's what it means. That what? Read that again.
And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
Read on.
And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. Now, I want you to pull up that picture I sent concerning the Arab League. Yeah. Pull up that thing concerning what I sent concerning the Arab League and put that up there for me. Now, when it says he shall dwell in amongst all his brethren, meaning you don't find Arabs. Arabs is not here in the Western Hemisphere. They're not dwelling amongst the Canadians. They ain't got land here over here dwelling amongst the people over here. They ain't dwelling in South America. That's not their land. You understand? It's talking about that region right there surrounding the land of Israel. You understand? All the Arabs and them is occupying them areas over there. You understand? Okay, that's him dwelling amongst his brethren. Okay? Now, when you look at this right here, this also going into that. Okay, you got the Arab League. You understand? Ishmael have formed some called the Arab League. Okay, you got the writings and stuff like that. Let's read a little about the Arab League. Okay, I think it's over. How much nations we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably like 20-something nations. Okay, 20-something nations of Ishmael come together. You understand? It's called the Arab League. Okay, so go back and let me pull up the article and just read it a little there for me. So this mean when he says he shall dwell in the midst of his brethren, meaning they gonna dwell amongst each other. You understand? And they will be unified.
Right.
You understand? But right now he's not unified. You understand? The Arabs and them is separated. They are divided. You got the Shiite Muslim and you got the Sunni Muslim. You understand? And because of them differences, the Arabs, Ishmael is divided. Okay, they've been fighting against each other for years. The Sunni Muslims and the Shiite Muslims, they've been fighting against each other for years. You understand? But the day will come when they will unite again. You understand? To issue in World War III, they're going to unite again. That's what it says. That's why it says he shall dwell amongst his brethren, and he will fight against every man, and everybody gonna come to fight against the Arabs. You understand? That's what gonna issue in World War III. Armageddon.
Some heavy stuff,
okay?
Right here.
Yeah, man.
Some very heavy stuff right here.
I'm going in right now. I'm going in. This knowledge, you all ain't gonna get it nowhere else but in IUIC, man.
That's right.
See? What I send you, just click on it. Huh? Just click on it, what I send you. Yeah, man. Yeah, just click on it, what I send you, and I want to show you all some things. Yeah. No, the things that I send you with the Arab League, the image you just put up there, just click on it. Yeah, man. So read it again for me one more time, yo.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 12. And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man.
A wild man is a terrorist. You understand? Ishmael going to be a wild man, and he's going to be fighting against every man. Read on.
And every man's hand against him.
And every man going to be fighting against him. Okay? Hey, did you see Wikipedia there? Did I send that too? No? Oh, my bad. I thought I'd send it. Okay, my bad. Okay, so this is the Arab League right there. It was founded, I think, in trying to remember the exact date they were founded. It's 25th. The flags. Okay, the Arab Leagues. Okay, let me
1945.
In when?
March 22nd, 1945.
In 1945, the Arab League was founded. Okay, the Arab League was founded. Okay, you got Morocco, you got Iraq, you got Egypt. You got Saudi Arabia. You got the UAE. You got Yemen. You got Syria. You got Sudan. You got Oman. You got Jordan. You got Algeria. You got Kuwait. You got Lebanon. You got Qatar. You got Libya. Okay, you got all these countries which form the Arab Leagues. The Arab League. So when it says that he shall dwell in the midst of his brethren, meaning guess what? They're going to form a unity. You understand? But right now, they are divided right now. And the reason why I would say the CIA, keep them divided, to divide and conquer. But some things is going to happen where all the Arabs is going to join together. Arabs those Ishmaelites, they're going to come together and they're going to fight against everyone. They're going to fight for their brother. Right. If you know what I'm saying. Now let's go to 1 Chronicles 1:29. All right, so that's cool. 1 Chronicles 1:29. I'll read that for me.
Book of 1 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 29. These are their generations, the firstborn of Ishmael.
So this is the firstborn of Ishmael. Read on.
Nabiah.
Read on.
Then Kedar.
Read on.
And Adbeel.
Read on.
And Mibsam.
Read on.
And Mishma.
Read on.
And Duma.
Read on. And Duma, I want you to pay attention to that. Duma. Read on.
And Massa.
Read on.
Hadad.
Read on.
And Tema.
Atima. Read on.
Jator. Naphish. And Kedema. These are the sons of Ishmael.
So you got, Ishmael had 12 sons. He had 12 princes. 12 sons when we go back to Genesis and we keep on reading. So these 12 sons of Ishmael, that's where all these other Arab nations come from. You understand? They came from them 12 sons of Ishmael. They are right there in the Middle East. You understand what we call the Middle East? They are dwelling there, the 12 sons of Ishmael. Right now they are divided. You got the Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, they are not fully united with the Palestinians, nor with Lebanon. They're not fully united as yet. Right now is division there. You know, Saudi Arabia is rich. Saudi Arabia is making money from America. You understand? They're selling their oil to America. So as I said, there's a lot of division going on in the Middle East amongst Ishmael. But what you all see taking place in Palestine right now, in Gaza, that war, what you see the Israelis is doing to the Palestinians is going to force all Arabs to come together.
That's right.
You all understand? Now, remember what Ishmael's name is. What is Ishmael's name?
Affliction heard.
Affliction heard.
Right.
Affliction heard.
Interesting.
Understand? Affliction heard.
Interesting.
That's Ishmael's name. Affliction heard. Now let me tell you all something. There will be strong affliction on the Palestinians. There will be strong affliction on Jordan, on Lebanon. You understand? The Israeli government, supported by the U.S. government, is going to put serious affliction on Ishmael that's living in that region close to Israel.
Right.
You know, the Palestinians, they're going to put strong affliction on them. You all see what's happening right now. they're going to put strong affliction on Lebanon too. Lebanon going to join that war.
Right.
You understand? And what is going to happen, America and the land of and the Israelis, they going to murder and they going to kill a lot of Arabs over there. And when they do that, his brother's going to hear his affliction. And they going to come. You understand? They're going to join together. His affliction going to be heard by his brothers.
Right.
And they're going to forget about that Shiite and what you call it? And Sunni division and all of that. They ain't going to give a crap about the oil or none of that. And they will come together and they're going to destroy certain parts of Israel. That's thus says the Lord. They're going to start Armageddon.
Right.
You understand? And Christ going to finish it. You understand? So I'm showing you all from the beginning. Even Ishmael, him being named Ishmael, affliction heard, is going into what's going to take place in these last days. Even when it says he shall dwell, he's going to have 12 princes and he shall dwell amongst his brethren. It's all going into the last days. Y'all understand? Now, let me show you all some. I want you to play that first video with the young kid, what he's saying. I want to show you all some. Play that video with the young kid. I'm screaming out. Remember what it is. The Syrian boy. Message to the world. Play that for me. Remember. Pause.
So it says, young Syrian boy message to the world. Can you just bring it back a little bit? Catch the message.
So I'm showing you all affliction heard. You know, in Syria, they're being bombed. The hell out of them is being bombed. You know, read that for me.
So it says, hey, Arabs.
So he talking to the Arabs. The Arabs is who? Ishmael. Read.
Hey, all you silent countries.
All my brothers that is seeing what's being done to us and you all are silent. Read on.
Wake up!
You all see that? Doesn't the scripture says they shall awake that shall bite thee?
Right.
In Habakkuk?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is a Syrian video, but I'm going to show you all some other video with what's taking place in Gaza. But I'm showing you all is not just Gaza alone is being afflicted by the wars of America and Israel.
Right.
You understand? It's all the Arab countries over there is being afflicted. And then you have the other Arab countries that's doing business with America that's rich. You understand? And are silent. But the day is coming where the affliction of Ishmael is going to be heard by his brothers.
Right.
You all understand? You see what I was meditating on, right?
Yes, yes.
Read.
Come on. We only have God.
We don't.
Every day we lose families, people.
We don't.
We only have God. Please share this message with all countries. Every day we have dead people and children.
You all understand what's going on to the Arabs? The Arabs is being afflicted. They are being afflicted by Israel and America and the EU. And they are crying out. They are crying out to their brothers. Read.
Are we terrorists?
We don't, because guess what? I'm giving you all the birth of terror. Remember, they do not have the military capability to fight against Israel and a lot of these European countries.
Right.
So what they do, they strap bombs to themselves and go blow place up because they don't really have an army. You understand? So that's how they fight. They fight guerrilla warfare.
Right.
So, and use guerrilla tactics. So they are labeled terrorists for fighting like that. They don't just go there with armies and tanks. They don't have tanks and all of that. Most of these Arab countries, the Palestinians and them ain't got no tanks and certain military capability to fight the Israelis. So what they're doing terrorist attacks. You understand? They're doing sneak attack, guerrilla warfare. Okay, and the world label it terrorists.
Right.
Okay? Keep on playing. So y'all see that. Y'all see what that y'all see what's going on. Okay? Y'all see what's going on. You know, that's a little kid, and you see how he talking. You could hear the passion in his voice, in his face. You could see they are being oppressed over there in the land of Israel. If you want to say no, check this, right? Play the next video. Play, what's this one? Gaza war crimes. Play Gaza war crimes to me. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th video down. Yeah, that's it. Now I'm showing you Ishmael is being afflicted there. You know, the Palestinians is being afflicted. Okay, and it's gonna cause all Arabs to come together. Okay, even the other day you saw the Saudi Arabia prince, he spoke, and he speak against what Hamas was doing, but he also speak against what Israel is doing, killing little kids and making and creating orphans over there. You understand? Okay? Play that for me.
And what about those Palestinians in hospital who are on life support, and babies and incubators whose life support and incubator will have to be turned off because the Israelis have cut the power to Gaza?
Pause. So this report, he said, what happened to the little kids that's in incubators? And the little babies and stuff like that that's being bombed, and there's no food going into Palestine, and you know what about the civilians? You know, this is what is being asked to the former president of the Israeli government. You understand? This is what's being asked to him. I want you all to hear what he said.
Are you seriously keep on asking me about Palestinian civilians?
Yo, pause. This is the previous leader. He said, are you seriously asking me about babies? About civilians? To hell with them damn civilians. Let them die. You all understand? That's how the Israeli government is thinking right now. They are committing serious war crime and genocide on Ishmael over there in Palestine. You understand? They are committing war crimes and they are committing genocide. You understand? They breaking international what do you say?
That's war crime.
Yeah, they doing war crimes over there, and the international community is saying nothing. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he said, to hell with the babies, to hell with civilians. This is the former prime minister of the land of Israel. Read on. Keep on playing.
What's wrong with you? Have you not seen what happened? We're fighting Nazis. We don't target them. Now, the world can come and bring them anything they want. If you want to bring them electricity, I'm not going to feed electricity or water to my enemies. If anyone else wants, that's fine. We're not responsible for them.
This is the point.
But you
this
keep
is
on...
the point.
Pause. You say, I'm not going to feed my enemies. What happened to you Christians? I thought Jesus is love. Mm-hmm. I thought you must love your enemies. What's up with you Christians, man? Why you Christians ain't saying nothing about this? What's going on?
Why they so silent? Why they so silent?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Where is Jonathan Greenblatt that said that they stand for justice and all equity for all mankind? What happened to that?
Right. Can you all pull that up? Pull that up. What Jonathan Greenblatt said, what the ADL said. They say they stand for justice for all mankind. Let's see. I'm showing you all these people is the synagogues of Satan.
That's right.
And if you all don't believe, mess with them and you're going to find out. Right now, the Palestinians is finding out that these people are the synagogues of Satan. Okay? Mess around and find out. Keep playing. This is the former PM, Prime Minister. Keep playing.
No, man, no, listen. You listen to me right now. I've heard you enough.
No, I understand. We're trying to have a conversation here. Listen, this is my program. This is my show. And I am asking the questions. You're raising your voice, and I've asked you, and we've already stopped, please, and let me finish. We've already distinguished between Hamas.
I want to tell you, shame on you.
You're trying to speak over me.
We are not. Shame on you.
It's nothing about shame. We're trying to have a conversation about a very serious situation here, and you are refusing to address it.
Jump over immediately, and again, you
absolutely
use
not.
Palestinian narrative.
You are incorrect.
They are responsible because I can tell you that when the UK, when Great Britain was fighting the Nazis during World War II, no one asked what's going on in Dresden. It was the Nazis targeting London, and you targeted Dresden.
Okay. So he's trying to use what Hitler did.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what something. They say Israel is defending themselves. That's what they say. Israel have the right to defend themselves. Britain said that. You had the leaders of Britain went over there. You had the Prime Minister of Britain went over there. The Prime Minister of France went over there. You had the President of the United States of America went over there in the land of Israel. And they said, we support the Israeli government in what they are doing. They say, we support the Israeli government. They have the right to defend themselves. Now, you all understand what defending yourself mean, right? Defending yourself means somebody attack you and you defend yourself.
Right.
You understand? But what the Israeli government is doing, for you brothers and sisters out there, is it defending themselves? No, it's not. You understand? The Israeli government is not. They was waiting for something so they could go into Gaza and they could annex the land over there and they could bring the Palestinians into subjection. They've been waiting for that for years.
Hey,
they've been waiting. They said, we want you all to do something stupid so we could come over there and wipe you all out. Because when you listen to the Israeli people, you know what they saying? They say destroy Palestine. They say kill all of them.
Right.
Kids, everybody, kill them. To hell with the Palestinians. They are not human. This is what they are saying. This is what the Israelis is saying. And guess what? You got all the sons of Ishmael, the other 12 sons, all of them there, and they just watching. And they just hearing all the evil. What you all think gonna take place in the future? What you all think gonna take place? You all think his brother's gonna sit back and see you do that?
Hell no.
I'm telling you all, prophecies is being fulfilled.
Right. Deacon, the Israeli government, the Jewish people, that's a tactic that they always known to do, to play victim, to victimize themselves, right? And they are the ones who actually
is the aggressor.
Aggressor, exactly.
Right, because they play victim and they victimize themselves, but they didn't show what they did a day before or a month before, how much Palestinians they kill every month, how they've been taking their land and so forth, and they little by little kicking them out of their homes. You understand? These Arabs didn't just rise up and say, let's go fight the Israelis. No. The Israelis was doing things to them. You understand what I'm saying? And that don't justify what they have done. You know what I mean? They went over there and they kidnapped over 200 people and so forth and so on. But I understand why these things is happening. God is allowing these things to happen. You know, the Bible prophesied these things going to happen. There will be wars. There will be rumors of wars. Ishmael will be a wild man. You understand? And he will fight against every man. Why? Because man is going to try to oppress him. You understand? And when you oppress him, he's going to fight back.
That's right.
He's going to fight against you and you're going to fight against him. That's what you see taking place, brothers and sisters. Okay? That's what you see taking place. So the former prime minister of Israel, he said, to hell with the civilians and dead babies. I don't give a damn. You know, let them die. That's what he said. He said, I ain't negotiating with my enemies. Okay, this is how the Israeli people think. I want you all to understand. These people are the synagogues of Satan.
Right.
You understand? Now, play the video under that for me, too. What's that? Oh, yeah. Let's see. This is the mission statement for the ADL.
Right.
This is their mission statement. Read that for me.
It says, at ADL, we work towards a world characterized by justice.
So they say they want justice. That's what the ADL says. This is their mission statement. Do they give justice to the Palestinians?
Oh, hell no.
Do they give justice to the Ethiopian Jews that's living there?
Hell no.
Okay, so that's hypocrisy that you see the ADL is pushing. Y'all understand? Keep on reading.
It says, at ADL we work towards a world characterized by justice and respect for all people.
Do the Israeli government respect all people?
Hell no.
No, they kick the Palestinians off of the land that they have stole from the real Jews.
Right.
You understand? They went over there in 1948 and they murder and kill Palestinian babies, women, male, and they took the land with the support of Britain and America.
Right.
Y'all understand? The ADL does not stand for justice for all men. Okay, does the ADL speak up about what's happening to the Palestinians? No.
Nah.
No, they are not. Read on.
And free from all forms of discrimination.
So, this is their statement. Does the ADL discriminate against the Palestinians? Yes. Yes, the Israeli government, which that's who support the ADL, they discriminate against the Palestinians. You understand? So I don't want to hear that foolishness, man. Matter of fact, this is what the ADL is doing to our black brothers in America. That, some brothers stand up and they say, yo, we supporting Palestine. Let me get the Harvard student rally. Harvard student uphold their stance. Get that and play that for me. So, you got brothers that say, you know what? We was enslaved.
Right.
We went through apartheid in Africa and so forth. What the Israeli government and the United States government is doing to the Palestinians is wrong. Okay, you got brothers standing up and doing this, and I'm going to show you what the ADL is doing to them. Play that video for me.
We will never feel ashamed of our support of the Palestinian people. We will never be harassed into silence.
Black student organizers at Harvard are being attacked by Zionist and right-wing forces for their support of Palestine.
Pause.
Their faces.
Pause. You see that? They see what they put? They put anti-Semitism.
Right. Yeah.
They're saying that they anti-Semitic because they speaking up against the injustice and the murder that the Israeli government is committed against the Palestinians. Y'all understand? So the ADL, the Canary Mission, they got their images and they driving all over campus, and they are how to say, they are putting propaganda out that these brothers and sisters is anti-Semitic because they saying what you are doing to the Palestinians is wrong. We stand for the Palestinians. And guess what? Most likely this brother and this sister is not going to be able to have a job. Why? Because the ADL going to discriminate against them.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? This is what they do, brothers and sisters. This is what they do. Now, right now, there's a lawsuit. I think Farrakhan is suing the ADL for slander and so forth. The ADL is being sued right now by Farrakhan for that. You know what I mean? And guess what, brothers? They gonna come after us. They gonna slander us in IUIC, and we gonna deal with them too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The Bible says we gonna swallow up all their lies.
That's right.
Okay, all the lies that they put out there, we gonna swallow it up.
Think God
Okay,
is
so
not
that-
gonna hold you guilty for that?
So keep on playing.
They're being shown on trucks around campus, accusing them of being anti-Semites. But despite these efforts to derail their organizing, they say they will not be deterred.
We resolutely stand in solidarity with the Palestinian resistance against the apartheid state that is Israel. It is genocide of the Palestinian people right now.
Shamefully, it is primarily black and Arab students that are facing the brunt of these racist attacks. But none of that changes our solidarity with Palestine. We believe in a free Palestine from the river to the sea. The leaders of past resistance movements.
So you all see that. So the black students and the Arab students that's here in America, they are being attacked by the ADL. They being attacked by Canary Mission. They all are one. Is one umbrella.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
Their job is to silence you. No,
Yep.
no, these brothers and sisters, guess what? They're not going to be able to have a job.
Yep.
You know why? Because they are labeled anti-Semitic. You all understand?
Character assassination.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's the same thing the ADL tried to do with us. Okay, but let me tell you all something. Now, Ishmael is a descendant from who? The Palestinians is descendant from who? Ishmael, right? Ishmael is one of the son of who? Abraham, right?
Right.
Abraham is the descendant of who? Shem, right?
Right.
So the Ishmaelites, they are descendants of Shem.
Which means
The
they're-
Palestinians is descendants of Shem.
Right.
So you cannot say right now what the Israelis is doing is anti-Semitic.
Right.
Why? Because the Palestinians is Ishmaelites. They descend from Ishmael.
Right.
They are one of the sons of Ishmael. So they are considered right now. They are dealing anti-Semitism right now.
Right.
If you know what I'm saying.
Hey, Deke, that go back to First Chronicles chapter 1 you read.
Right.
Because it listed
right
Ishmael, one of the sons of Shem, in
Right.
verse 17.
Exactly. So Ishmael is one of the son of Shem. You understand? And what the Israeli government is doing to the Palestinians today, that's anti-Shemitic. You understand? That's anti-Shemitic.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Attacking your
For
own
real.
family.
For real, man, because Ishmael is the descendants of Shem.
That's right.
All right. So what you all see going on right now in the Middle East, as I tell you, is creating terrorists. Y'all understand? Now let me show you all some more things, man. You know? So to hell with the ADL. We don't care about you damn ADL. And the other day, you remember Jonathan Greenblatt had a what you call it? He had an interview and he said, listen, we work hand in hand with the FBI.
Right.
We understand you work hand in hand with the U.S. government and the FBI to silence the truth. That's what you try to do, silence the truth that we teach, that we are the original Israelites.
That's right.
You understand? The land does not belong to you. What you are doing over there is wicked and evil. But God is going to allow things to happen to bring judgment on you all. I'm going to show you all what's going to happen. Okay? So remember, Ishmael mean affliction heard. Right? Now I want you to, let me see the other video. Let me see some more videos I'm going to show. Yeah. Hold on, let's play another video for me there. The other video I did tell you to play. Yeah, play that.
Look at that. Dead children.
So y'all see that? This is what's going on in Palestine. Hundreds of kids is being killed by the Israeli government. There's war crimes going on in the land of Israel right now. Play the one. Israeli woman swear at Palestine during so-called Israel flag march. Play that for me. You know, so this is what's going on. But yet the ADL say that we work towards the world justice and respect for all people. This is what the ADL says. You know, but yet they condone this. Play that for me. Okay. Yeah, play that for me. Yeah, what I'm yeah, play it if you got it.
Yeah, get the out of the country. This is Jewish country only. We don't need Muslims here.
All right, so take that down. So this is how the Jewish people feel over there. They don't want Muslims. They do not want the Palestinian in that land. Okay, this is what this is all about, is to get rid of the Palestinians out of that land. Okay, that's what this whole war is about. Okay, they want the Temple Mount, where the Muslim temple is, all of that they want.
Yep.
Okay, now I want you to play the next video. Don't be scared, Father. I want you all to see this is where terrorism is being born. I'm showing you what the Israeli government is doing in Palestine. They are creating terrorists. You understand? Because when you afflict a people, what would that people do? When you a flick a wild man. Ishmael is a wild man. You think by killing them, they're gonna just lay down and just be like, okay, you kill my father, you kill my son and my daughter, okay, and you think they're gonna just lie down and take it like that? No. God says that Ishmael gonna be a wild man and he gonna fight against every man.
Right.
Okay, so let's see. Play that for me.
Don't be scared, Father. Father, don't be scared, Father. Don't be scared. Enough, Father. I'm all right, Father. Enough. Don't be scared. Stay strong, Father. Don't be scared. Enough, Father. Don't be scared.
You see how little kids thinking over there? They being
different, yo.
He telling his father, don't be scared. You think you could fight against that? You understand? The only way the Israeli government gonna come out of this unscale is they gotta kill all Arabs. You understand? You know, the Bible already tell you about Ishmael, man.
Wow. That's the wild spirit, dude.
Yep. Ishmael said, yo, dude said, Dad, don't be scared. Don't be scared, Dad. I'm all right. Don't be scared, Dad. I'm good. You know, I'm good, Dad. Don't be scared. Now, let me show you another video. Let me see. Okay, the one when all right, let me see. The one with the kid and his sister. Where the house, yeah, is real. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, play that. I want you all to see what's going on, man.
How are you? Thank God. Why are you so upset? They bombed the house.
So you see that? This young Palestinian boy, this young Palestinian girl. You understand? This is what's going on. This is what the Israeli government is doing. And this is what these Christians support. This is what the Christians support. And this is what the Israeli government is doing to the Arabs in Palestine. And as I tell you all, this is being done. And as this is being done, the Arabs is being afflicted. And as the Arabs is afflicted, guess what? The affliction going to be heard by their brothers.
Right.
Their brothers is going to hear the affliction and they're going to come together to fight against the Israeli government, to issue in World War III, Armageddon. Okay? Keep playing.
And so what? They bombed the house. We will rebuild it again.
So y'all see that? Y'all hear how they do talking? That's a little kid. Your kids talk like that? No, these little kids is different. Ishmael is different. They wild men. God created them to fight against every man. God created them to issue in World War III. God is going to use them to issue in World War III. They will fight the Israeli government. You understand? They will fight America. Okay? Keep on playing. And the Bible says in the end they will win. And then Christ going to come and destroy them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Keep playing.
My father died.
So this little kid, his father died. Do you see him crying? Imagine your father died. You going to be crying about his dad. This little dude sit down there. He said, my father died. Read on. He played.
Your father was martyred.
So you all see how they watch out the death of their father? Guess what? Brothers and sisters, you all got to watch. You all got to come to that same way of thinking when it comes to this truth. Because we already tell you all what the Israeli government is going to do to the Israelites and what the U.S. government is going to do to us. Y'all understand? Some of us going to become martyrs in this truth.
Right.
Not because we are terrorists, not because we're doing anything evil, but because we are teaching the truth. Y'all understand?
Right.
Keep on playing.
Your father was martyred, not dead.
Keep on playing.
And my mother was also martyred.
So she said, so his mother was killed too. You all see what the Israeli government doing? If you kill a dude, mother and father, what you think he gonna grow up doing? You think he gonna love America?
Vengeance.
All these little kids that lost their parents, They want vengeance.
That's right.
And they guess what they're gonna join? They're gonna join Hamas.
Right.
They're gonna join Hezbollah.
Yep.
Y'all understand? All these little kids, the Israeli government is creating terrorists. The United States government is allowing the Israeli government to create terrorists. You understand? But this is all God's plan. Why? Because his name is what? Affliction heard. You understand? The Ishmaelites, they are being afflicted right now, and their affliction gonna be heard. Keep on playing.
Your mother was martyred. Yes. Come on. They went to their God. So is their fate. I wish we could be all martyred. But one gets sad and upset. Naturally.
Okay. Now, let me get the United Nations one. Vote for resolution. Get that and play that for me. So the United Nations and them come together and they say, listen, the Israeli government need to cease fire. You know, so there was a vote for a ceasefire concerning the Israeli and the Palestinian conflict. And guess who vote against it and said they vote with Israel for no ceasefire? America. Play that for me.
Will those in favor of the proposed amendment please raise their hands?
That's the amendment for a ceasefire. For the Israeli government to cease fire. See who is against? America. America said no.
The proposed amendment has not been adopted, having failed to obtain the required number of votes.
So you see that? So because the U.S. didn't vote, guess what? You see the power that the U.S. government had?
Yeah.
So it vetoed a ceasefire. The United Nations supposed to come in. The United Nations supposed to be the police of the world. When genocide is taking place, they're supposed to step in, the UN, and say, this is wrong, stop doing this. But when it comes to the U.S. government, when it comes to the Israeli government, guess what? Nobody could say anything. You understand? You'll see what's going on. Guess what? The Arab nations see all of this. The sons of Ishmael, they see what's going on. Okay, you all think money could buy everything? No, check it. I want the next video. Let me see. The last video, what's that one? Let me see. I think I got another video there that wasn't played. Can you find it and play it for me? Yeah, that right there. After this video, we're going to go into some scriptures and break it down. Yeah. Play that for me.
They're saying death to Arabs.
So pause. You'll see this is what the Jewish community, this is how they think. They say death to the Arabs. Okay, keep on reading.
The second Nakba is coming soon.
The second Nakba, I think that was in the early 50s when the Israeli government went to war with the Palestinians and murdered a lot of them and took the land. And took a lot of the land from them. So what they want to do, they want more land. They want Gaza Strip. They want the Temple Mount. That's what this Jewish dude is saying. Okay, keep on reading.
But that, Deacon, that show that this whole thing was an agenda.
Right. What's you see taking place in the land of Israel is an agenda. You understand? The Israeli government, they want to control the Gaza Strip. You understand? They want to control that. They're about to put a heavy yoke on the Palestinians over there on the Gaza Strip. The ground invasion is going to take place. Right. You understand? Read that.
It says, Just wait, it's near. The second Nakba is coming soon. You will end up. Saudi Arabia stands with us. Come on. Morocco stands with us. Lebanon stands with us. Your religion is rubbish. A good Arab is a dead Arab.
You see? This is so. But what you see what they say? They said Arabia and certain countries stand with them because right now there is a division, but that division is going to end soon. You understand? And all the Arabs will come together. Okay, keep on playing.
Arab is a son of a bitch. Jews are my beloved. The Arab is a son of a bitch. You didn't react to those who attacked us. This is racism without hands. Palestine is dead. There is no Palestine. Palestine exists, like it or not. Shut up, there is no Palestine. Go from here, go die. May your village burn. This is our home. Go to Thailand. You understand? Our home. That to the Arabs. Arrest the terrorists.
So y'all see what's going on. Yo, that word that we had mentioned earlier,
Right.
read it for me.
The Nakba, which means catastrophe in Arabic, refers to the mass displacement or dispossession of Palestinians during the 1948 Israeli-Arab War.
So you'll see. So when the Jewish guy says they're gonna be a next what's it called?
Nakba.
A Nakba, I mean we are about to displace all you Palestinians. We are about to drive you all out of the land. This was said before this war started. So you'll see the state of mind. You'll see what's going on. Okay, and guess who support this? You stupid Christians, you'll support this. I expect you all to support it. Guess who support this? The Britain government, the French government, the United States government, all of them supported. All of them went over there last week and they all shake hand with the prime minister of the land of Israel, and they said, we support you. We support you. We support you. You understand? So the Arabs, all the Arab nation is just sitting back and they see what's taking place. And they see their brothers is being bombed and murdered. As I tell you, the affliction gonna be heard. You understand? The affliction of Ishmael gonna be heard by their brothers. And they gonna come together. Now, check it. Let's go into some scriptures, man. Go to Isaiah 14.
Isaiah chapter 14 and you want 25?
Isaiah 14, no. Isaiah 14, let me see what I want. And 5.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked.
The staff of the wicked. The wicked here is talking about America. Okay? America and the land of Israel. God said he have broken the staff of the wicked. Read on.
And the scepter of the rulers.
And the scepters of the rulers. Read on.
He who smote the people in wrath.
He who what?
He who smote the people in wrath.
The he that smote the people is in wrath is America. You understand? Right now, America is using the land of Israel to smite the Palestinian with wrath. Okay, the people is mainly talking, is going into all nations, but right now we're dealing in the state of mind of the Arabs. You understand? Read on.
With a continual stroke.
So he keep oppressing the nations. Read on.
He that ruled the nations in anger.
So it says, you all saw that anger that the Israeli government took out on the Palestinians, right? They went over there, they bombed the hospital, kill over hundreds of people.
Right.
Okay, read on. That's him smote the people in wrath.
Right.
Okay, read on.
He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted.
So what we're reading here now is when America and the land of Israel going to be persecuted.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
And none hindereth.
And nobody hindereth. All right, jump to verse. Let's see who they are oppressing. Let's get into some of who they are oppressing. Jump to verse 8.
Verse 8. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee.
So when America is persecuted, it says the fir tree gonna rejoice. Read on.
And the cedars of Lebanon.
It says Lebanon gonna be rejoiced. Why? Because the Israeli government have been oppressing Lebanon. You understand what I'm saying? There is a war that's gonna take place soon where the Israeli government they are gonna also bomb Lebanon. That's gonna happen in the future. You understand? Right now they are talking about it. You know, because in Lebanon I think it's Hezbollah.
Yeah, yes.
Hezbollah, and they say Hezbollah is more powerful than Hamas.
Right.
You understand? So in the future, guess what? The Israeli government gonna go to war with Lebanon because Hezbollah is in Lebanon. So the scripture says Lebanon is gonna rejoice when the Israeli government and America is destroyed, because the war gonna take place down there first,
right,
before it come over here. You understand? The Arabs they gonna destroy certain places in the land of Israel first before America is destroyed. You understand? But keep on reading.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down,
since you are destroyed, the land of Israel and America, read on.
No feller is come up against us.
Nobody's oppressing us anymore. Read on.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
This is America and the land of Israel destroyed. Now go back. Jump to 16.
Verse 16.
To show this is America and the land of Israel, jump to verse 3.
Oh, verse 3. Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
That's the Israelites being delivered. Read on.
That thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
The king of Babylon is America. Read on.
And say, how hath the oppressor ceased?
America is the oppressor. Read on.
The golden city ceased.
And America is the golden city, the richest country on this earth. You don't understand who it's talking about? Okay. And this is the one that's oppressing the Arabs, America. Through who? Right now she's doing it through the Israelis, because America and the Israelis is one. Okay, now check it. Jump to verse 16.
Verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
Read on.
And consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
It's because what? America and the land of Israel, they drop bombs. They drop bombs on the nations. That's what it means they make the land tremble. You understand? When they drop the bombs, the earth shake. Okay, that's what they're doing to Palestine right now. They making the earth tremble. Read on.
That did shake kingdoms?
Read on.
That made the world as a wilderness?
Is it not Palestine being made a wilderness right now?
Yep.
You all see how they're destroying all the buildings over there? Okay, read on.
And destroyed the cities thereof. That opened not the house of his prisoners.
So what are we reading about? We're reading about America and the land of Israel. I want you all to understand that. Okay, the king of Babylon and the land of Israel. You understand? Because the land of Israel have the Israeli government, they have a serious role to play with the destruction of America.
Right.
You understand? Because is America going to get involved in that conflict down there, and that's going to bring forth her demise. Okay, now check it. Jump to verse 22, I think. Hold on. Jump to verse 21.
Verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
For his children. Prepare slaughter for his children. Read on.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
So let me tell you something. You will pay for the things your forefathers did. Okay? You had Abraham Lincoln. You had all these slave owners. You understand? All these You brought the Negroes over here and you enslaved them. Okay, guess what? You will pay for what your fathers did.
That's right.
I want you all to understand that everybody gonna pay for what their fathers did. We pay for what our fathers did.
Right.
You understand? That's why we was bought here a slave. Guess what? The nation's gonna pay for what their forefathers did to us. A lot of time you run across white people that says, we never enslaved you. That was our forefathers in the past. Well, we read in the Bible says you're gonna pay for your sins, the sins of your forefathers. Read on.
That they do not rise.
That they do not rise. Read on.
Nor possess the land.
Nor possess what?
The land.
Nor possess what?
The land.
So what is the land? It says the land. That they should not possess the land. What land is talking about that they possessing? You know, what scripture I want for that? That taketh the land, yeah. Let me see. There's a precept that. Is that Ezekiel 34? Or Ezekiel 35 and 10? Yep, that's it. Yeah, get that and read that.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 10. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine.
Read on.
And we will possess it.
And we will possess it. Okay, this is what they said. They said this side of the world going to be theirs. And they said the land of Israel going to be theirs. You understand? Because who was living over here? You had the other tribes living here in America. You understand? So when it says that they may not possess the land, it's talking about the land over here, and it's also talking about the land in Israel. You all understand? Right. You understand? Yep. Okay, so it's talking about the land of Israel. They are not going to possess it anymore. Neither will they possess this land, because this land going to be totally destroyed. You understand? No, check it. Keep on reading. Okay. Now jump back and keep on reading.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
So this letting us know the land is not talking about all the lands all over the world.
Right.
You understand? Because it keep on saying, because when you keep on reading, it says, fill the faces of the world with their cities, like France. Like France, give me some more. Greece, Britain, London, you know, Switzerland, all these countries that Esau have. You know, and they build cities in all these countries. All over the world they build cities. God says that ain't gonna happen no more. You understand? They're not gonna possess America. Neither will they possess the land of Israel. Right. Neither will they fill the face of the world with cities anymore. Right. You all understand? Okay, so go to Habakkuk 2:5 and read that for me. No. What I want you all to see, go to Habakkuk 2:5.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5.
No, I'm going over the birth of terror. I'll show you all what is being done to Ishmael. Okay, Ishmael's name is affliction heard. That's what his name means. Okay, there's a reason why God named him that. Because what? Showing that he will be afflicted.
Right.
You understand? Who is afflicting him? You understand? The so-called Caucasian race. And guess what? In that affliction, his brother's going to unite. They're going to hear his affliction, and his brothers is going to unite. And that's going to issue in World War III. Or Armageddon. You understand? Okay, now check this. Not just that. I'm going to show you what going to also take place in when Ishmael is being afflicted. Go to Habakkuk 2:5.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine.
Because the white man transgressed with wine. Wine is philosophies and falsehood and lies. Read on.
He is a proud man.
He's a proud man. Read on.
Neither keepeth at home.
Right now, the U.S. send a bunch of ships and so forth out there in the Middle East.
Right.
You understand? The U.S. got bases all over the world, military bases. They never keep at home. This is letting you know who it's talking about. It's talking about the Caucasian race. And it's not just talking about the U.S., but it's talking about Britain, You're talking about France because France was just kicked out of Niger.
Yep.
You understand? They always in everybody else's business. Okay, keep on reading.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
This is what the white men do, the Caucasian race. You know, the head one of them is America, but I want you to understand it's talking about all of them. You understand? Including the land of Israel. I mean, the Israelis. You understand me? Including the Israelis, those white people that converted to Judaism that's living in the land of Israel. They also, this prophecy suit them too. Because they went over there and they took the land from the Palestinians. You feel what I'm saying? You know.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
You know.
And is as death.
Because he bring death to the land of Israel when he went over there in 1948. Okay, millions of Palestinians was displaced and killed. You understand? Read on.
And cannot be satisfied.
He ain't satisfied. He got 80% of the country, but guess what? He want the Temple Mount, and he want the Gaza Strip too. Okay, read on.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
No, this is going into all the European countries. You got Europe, you got America. They all gather all nations under them.
Right.
You understand? You got all nations. When you come to America, you want wherever country you could think about the people is here. Whether it's Yemen, whether it's Liberia, whether it's Morocco, whether it's Palestinians, Iraqis, okay, Afghanistanis, okay, West Indians, you know, you got all nations is here, but the nations is mainly talking about here, when we keep on reading, it's talking about Arab nations.
Right.
Okay, and I'm going to show you all that. Keep on reading.
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
So that's why America is called a great melting pot.
Right.
Okay, you go in Britain, it's the same thing. You got Arabs over there. You go in France, you got Arabs there. You got all people living there. Read on.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
So it says all these people that's living there, they're going to take up a parable against him. The him here is the white man.
Right.
Okay, read on.
And a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. This is what you hear in the Arabs and them is chanting. All over Europe, in France, in all these countries, people is rising up and they're saying, you wrong. Palestine belong to the Arabs. Free them. You understand? So this is what you all see taking place right now. Read on.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Read that top part again.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
The land of Israel does not belong to you.
That's right.
You are a colonizer. Isn't that what the Palestinians is saying?
Right.
It says, woe to him that increaseth in that which is not his. The land of Israel does not belong to you. You are colonizing us. This is what the Palestinians is saying to them over there. I'm showing you a Bible prophecy. You feel what I'm saying? And guess what? It's the same thing with Europe. It's the same thing with America. You understand? This land did not belong to those Caucasians. But they came here and they enslaved the people that was here and they took the land from them. Okay, that's what Thanksgiving is about. Read on.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
The thick clay goes back to Daniel 2. It's talking about all nations. You understand? Talking about them toes with the miry clay. Him heaping all nations amongst him. Okay, read on.
Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly?
So it says these same nations. It's talking about the Arabs. You understand? It says these people that are being oppressed, the Palestinians, the Arabs, it says that they shall what?
Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
So they're going to bite thee. That's going into what? That's going into these. There will be terrorist activity taking place in the United States, in France, in Europe. You all understand? I just want you all to understand. Terrorist activity going to be taking place. You all saw what happened in 9/11? You feel me? Osama bin Laden, the Boston bombing. You understand? And many more. This is going to get worse. Why is it going to get worse? Because of what's taking place in Palestine. You understand? It's going to get worse. I'm just letting you all know. It's going to get worse. And let me tell you all, they are already here. The terrorists is already here. Right. Biden left the border open for years. You got. They caught 200 people that was coming through the border that was on a no-fly list, meaning they can't come to America. You feel what I'm saying? So if they catch 200,
how many passed?
How much more passed in? You all understand?
Just in.
Okay, so I want you all to understand, because of American policies and so forth, and what America is doing, and the land of Israel is doing to these countries, okay, the people of these countries, they are coming here. You see how much Palestinians is marching and talking about free Palestine, and then they living here in America, and they see the American president go and say, we support Israel. And Israel is bombing their family members, bombing their son. Their son, they just got a call, their son is dead. You know, their mother died. They you understand what's going on? Their kids died because the Israeli government is killing the civilians over there. You could imagine how these people thinking that's here in America. You know, you got people from Yemen, Egypt. You got all type of Arabs here. All these Abib. You know what I mean? We in the corner store. You know how much corner? All them corner store all over Brooklyn is Arabs.
And the gas stations, they got a lot of money over here too. A lot of businesses and stuff.
Yes. So these same Arabs gonna rise up. That's what the scripture is saying. They're gonna rise up and they're gonna start doing terrorist activity. Read it again one more time. This is what God says. Okay, read it again.
Shall they not rise up suddenly?
They're going to rise up suddenly. Read on.
That shall bite thee?
And they're going to bite Edom, Esau, America, and all of them. Read on.
And awake.
And why it says awake. Remember the little boy, what he was saying, awake. You see, awake. Watch what they doing to us. He said, all you Arab nations, stop being silent, awake. So they will awake. Saudi Arabia and all of them, they're going to awake. And they will support their brother. They're going to put that Shiite and Sunni beef away. And they will unite to fight against America. And I'm going to show you who they will unite with later on in the lesson. Keep on reading.
And awake, that shall vex thee.
Read on.
And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
You're going to be for booties unto them. Read on.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Because you oppress many nations. You have robbed many nations. Because the Caucasian race have robbed many nations. Okay? Guess what? Britain have robbed many nations. France have robbed many nations. America have robbed many nations. Okay? So the people that's living in these countries where their nation is robbed and being robbed, read on.
All the remnant of the people.
The remnant of the people that's living in these places, okay, read on.
Shall spoil thee.
They're going to spoil you, meaning they're going to rise up and commit terrorist activity. You understand? Read on.
Because of men's blood.
Because of the blood. You all see what's going on in Palestine. Why God says they're going to rise up? Because of what?
Because of men's blood.
You see how much blood the Israeli government is shedding in Palestine. You see how much people dying, babies, kids, fathers. God says they're going to rise up against you because of the bloodshed that you are spilling. Read on.
And for the violence of the land.
And for the violence of what?
Of the land.
You see that? What I want you all to understand. The violence of the land. It's talking about the violence that's taking place in the land of Israel. You all understand? Because that's where everything is going to start. That's what's going to start World War III, Armageddon, because of the violence of the land. The land is the land that we read in Isaiah 14 and 21. Okay? The land is the land that go back to that where the Lord says Edom took the land for his possession. Okay, read on.
Because of men's blood.
So the reason why terrorists is going to rise up is because of the blood that you have, that America and the land of Israel, that Edom is shedding in these lands. In Libya, they killed Gaddafi. You understand? Because of all of these things that they are doing, guess what? It's creating terrorists. And they're going to rise up. Okay, that's what we are reading. And ultimately, all the Arab nations will rise up. And it's going to issue into World War III. You feel me? Read on.
And for the violence of the land,
Read on.
of the city,
Read on.
and of all that dwell therein.
Read on.
Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness
Read on.
to his house,
Read on.
that he may set his nest on high,
Read on.
that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
So the white man think he going to be delivered from World War III. He going to build space station. He could go up there to escape it. You understand? You feel me?
Crazy.
Yeah, man. So check it. You wanted to bring some out?
No, I'm not saying he's crazy. I'm just going down with this.
Okay. So check it. I want you to go to let me see. Where we gonna go? No, I want to show you all what's gonna start World War III. I'm gonna show you all what is being done there in the land of Israel. What they are doing to the Arabs. I want to show you all why God is allowing that to happen. Go to Revelation 16. Revelation 16 and start at verse 12.
The book of Revelation, chapter 16 and verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates.
Upon the Euphrates river. Read on.
And the water thereof was dried up.
Now today, if you look at the Euphrates river, what you are going to see? The Euphrates river, the water is dry. It's dried up. Some place over there in the Euphrates river, you could walk over it. You could cross it.
Right.
You understand? So the prophecy is that the Euphrates river is going to be dried up. That is the prophecy. So why is the Euphrates rivers drying up? You know, you got a lot of Christians watching like that today and say, oh, it's prophesied the Euphrates river going dry. Yes, it's going to dry up, but why?
Right.
Let's see. Keep on reading.
That the way of the kings of the east.
The kings of the east. Reading, the kings of the east is talking about who? It's talking about all these nations that's east of Jerusalem. Okay, all these Arab nations and all these nations that's east of Jerusalem. Read on.
That the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw...
Might be prepared for what? For World War III, for Armageddon.
That's right.
Armageddon. You understand what I'm saying? Prepare for that World War III, Armageddon, the third woe. You understand? That's why the Euphrates River is drying up. So I'm going to show you why these things is happening in the Middle East. And I'm going to show you all what's going to issue in World War III. You feel me? Keep on reading.
Verse 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs.
No, this y'all pay attention. Pay attention, people. Pay attention. I'm showing you all what's going on in the Middle East right now. I'm about to hit you all with some stuff right now. What is going on in the Middle East is to create an environment for World War III.
Right.
You understand? He says what? Read it again.
And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs.
So he saw three unclean spirits like frogs. Read on.
Come out of the mouth of the dragon.
So they came out of the mouth of the dragon. Read on.
And out of the mouth of the beast.
So he came out of the mouth of the beast. Read on.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet.
And it came out of the mouth of the false prophets. Read on.
For they are the spirits of devils.
So these spirits is deceiving spirits. The spirits of devils that come out of the mouth of the dragon, the beast, and what else? And the false prophets. Right. I'm going to break that down and let you all know what it's talking about. Read on.
For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth.
They go forth unto the kings of the earth. Read on.
And of the whole world.
Read on.
To gather them.
To what?
To gather them.
Read on.
To the battle of that great day of God Almighty.
So what is these three unclean spirits doing? What is that? What are they doing? It says, these 3 unclean spirits is out. It's going forth to the kings of the earth to prepare them for war. So what this is saying is that what these 3 unclean spirits is doing is getting the nations angry.
That's right.
You understand? What is coming out of the dragon mouth? What is coming out of the mouth of the false prophets? What's coming out of the mouth of the beast? It's making the nations angry.
Right.
You understand? It's making the nations angry and upset and making them want, and it's preparing them to come and go to war. Where they coming to go to war? In the land of Israel, right?
Yep.
That's where the war is going to start. Remember Isaiah, Joel 3.
Yes, sir.
I will gather all nations where? In the
Jehoshaphat.
valley of Jehoshaphat. So when it says he goes to gather all the kings of the earth for war, it's to bring them down there in the land of Israel.
Right.
That's what them 3 unclean spirits is about. Is to get the nations angry and make them go down in the land of Israel. That's why I told you all the name Ishmael mean what? Affliction heard. The Arabs gonna hear their brother's affliction and they gonna come together. You understand? And then other nations gonna come together. It's gonna be all a war with all nations.
That's right. Bro.
You understand? Okay, I'm gonna show you all something. So, bam. Let me break that down. I'm gonna break that down for you all. Read it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs.
So I'm going to explain the unclean spirits right now. Read on like frogs. Read on.
And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Come out of the mouth of the dragon. So that unclean spirit that come out of the mouth of the dragon is politics. You all understand? Politics. Read on.
And out of the mouth of the beast.
The beast goes into economics or trade. You understand? That go into the International Monetary Fund and all of that. I'm going to break it down. Read on.
And out of the mouth of the false prophets.
The mouth of the false prophets. The false prophets is Christianity and Judaism. You understand? The false prophets is Christianity and Judaism. You understand? Because they are the ones that teaching lies, that's the false prophets. Because the Jews are not white. Okay? The Jews is not white.
That's right.
You understand? Christ was not white.
That's right.
You understand? Okay, so the false prophet is Christianity and Judaism. So remember, all these 3 unclean spirits, their job is to prepare war. It's to get the kings of the earth angry. You understand? They're going forth on the earth and they're coming out of the so-called white men. That's who they're coming from. The beast is who? The beast is Esau. You understand? The beast is Esau. The false prophets, all of that is talking about Esau. These things is coming out of his mouth. You understand? To prepare the people of the east for war. Now, politics. The dragon. One of the unclean spirits is politics that come out of the mouth of the dragon. Right. Now go to Daniel 8 and 25. So the things America is doing and the things that Europe is doing, it's getting the nations angry and making them, preparing them to go to war with the land of Israel and with America. You all understand? Okay, read.
Daniel chapter 8 verse 25. And through his policy.
And who, through his what?
Through his policy.
Policies is what? Politics. You understand? Through his policies, read on.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
The craft that he's going to make prosper in his hand through policies is what? You all remember in the 1900s, 1917, you had the Balfour Declaration was signed, right? Saying that we need to find a land to set up the state, the Israeli state. Okay? In the 1900s, you had the Balfour Declaration that was signed to establish a state of Israel. You all understand? Read it again.
And through his policy.
So they made that policy. You understand? The Balfour Declaration. That's a policy. All right? Read on.
Also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
The craft that going to prosper in his hand is going into these Like for instance, he put the Jews in the land, and he said he put his brothers, Caucasians, in that land and call themselves Jews. You understand? That's the craft that prosper. Okay, so by him putting those people in that land and making war with the Palestinians and displacing the Palestinians, the people over there is angry and they mad. So I'm showing you all the unclean spirits that's coming out of this man's mouth. Okay, through his politics. You understand? By he waging war over there, bombing nations over there. Okay, by him killing through his policies what he did. He killed Gaddafi. He said we cannot allow Gaddafi to create a world monetary fund, world money system. Okay, so the NATO and France and America, they went over there and they killed Gaddafi. You understand why? Because, read it again.
And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper.
The craft to prosper is his craft. You understand? His craft, the things that he trying to set up on the earth. Okay? His monetary system, he have the whole world trading through him. His craft prosper through his what? Policies. Right. Through his politics. Yep. Okay, what he did to Saudi Arabia, he said, listen, you all have to use the US dollar to sell oil. Everybody want oil, they got to use the US dollar. And in him doing that, his craft prosper. The US dollar became one of the most dominant dollar in the world because it's called a petrodollar. You all understand? So his craft prosper through his policies. You understand? And him putting by him putting the Israelis in that land in 1948. Okay, the Balfour Declaration that was signed. Okay, that's his policy and his craft. And him doing these things, guess what? It's getting the nations over there angry. Because when he brought them in the land, guess what? There was a war. All the Arabs came together to fight against the Israelis when they were put in that land in 1948. You understand? The Egyptian leader, he said, yo, they left the Israelites left black and they came back white.
Right.
You understand? That's what the Egyptian government said back then. Because they understood, remember, when you read Isaiah 83, the nations and them, they took crafty counsel to destroy us. They know who we are. They know who the real Jews are. So when the white man took his brothers and put them in that land and said, yo, we are creating a state for Israel, for the people of Israel, for the Israelis. Okay, that created a conflict in the Middle East because the people over there understand that they are not the real Israelites.
Right,
you understand?
right.
Okay, so there was, I think it was a 6-day war or something like that. With Egypt and all the Arab nations came together and was fighting. Well, guess what? It's going to happen again in the future, but on another level.
That's right.
Now, check it. Read on. No, jump back. No, keep on reading.
And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hands.
So his policy is his politics. The craft is the laws and things that he set up on the earth. Read on.
And he shall magnify himself.
And the white man shall lift himself up. You know what I mean? He set himself up as God, Christ, as the Jews. Read on.
In his heart. And by peace shall destroy many.
And by peace shall destroy many. Read on.
He shall also stand up against the prince of princes.
He's going to stand up against the prince of princes. Who is the prince of princes? Christ. He's going to try to fight against Christ. Y'all understand that? He's going to try to fight against Christ. And he's going to try to set up. Let me tell you what he's going to try to do. Read it again one more time.
Okay. And through his policy also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
The policy is his politics. Read on.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
Read on.
And by peace.
And by what?
By peace.
Read on.
Shall destroy many.
So what he's going to do, he's going to try to set up a form of peace in the Middle East. Okay. They were trying to do it with Saudi Arabia. What is called? The Abrahamic faith.
Yes, that's it.
You know, he's trying to set up where all the descendants of Abraham come and, you know, and set up an Abrahamic faith. And what the Israeli Prime Minister was trying to do, he said, to hell with the Palestinians. I ain't trying to be at peace with y'all. Once I'm good with the Saudi Arabia and the other Arab nations, once they support me, You know, I could do what I gotta do to you all. You understand? That's what they plan to do. Okay, and because of the war that just took place, the peace treaty was disannulled. You understand? But what I want you all to understand, there's gonna be a form of peace that the Israeli United States they're gonna set up. Okay, they're gonna set that up. Okay, and through that peace, I think that's where they're gonna try to issue in force worship and stuff like that on the real Israelites. You understand?
Right.
Yo, why is this mic so low? Come on, man. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's real low. All right, it's good. Okay, y'all pay attention, man. So check it. Where I'm at?
Verse 25.
Okay,
read
so
it again.
So from read it again and then jump back.
Right. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Read on.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy many.
By peace, he's going to set up some form of peace on the earth. All right? And through that peace, he's going to destroy a lot of you brothers and sisters. Read on.
He shall also stand up against the prince of princes.
And he's going to try to fight against Christ. That's what's going to happen, okay? So from there, I want you to go back to Revelation 16 and read it again.
Revelation 16 verse 13. I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs.
Read on.
Come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Come out of the mouth of the dragon. Read on.
And out of the mouth of the beast.
Read on.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Read on.
For they are the spirits of devils.
They are the spirits of deceivers. Okay, devils. You know, read on. They are lying spirit. Read on.
Working miracles which go forth unto the kings of the earth.
Read on.
And of the whole world.
Read on.
To gather them.
To gather them. Read on.
To the battle.
So these unclean spirits is going to cause the nations to get angry. The things that the beast, the dragon, and the false prophets is doing is going to cause the other kings and them, the people, the other rulers of the earth to get upset, to prepare them for war. They're going to say, we ain't having this no more. You understand? So I show you all politics. Okay, now go to Revelation 13 and 11.
Verse 11. 13.
Revelation 13 and 11.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 11.
So we're dealing with politics. Read on.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb.
The 2 horns as a lamb is going into Republican and Democrat.
Right.
You all understand? That other beast that we're reading about here is America. And the 2 horns is the 2 political parties. Okay, you got the Democrats, you got the Republicans.
Right.
You understand? Or what they are called? You got the left wing and the right wing. You got the liberal and the conservative. You understand? Okay, read on.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
That's America. Read on.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
That's the political system. Read on.
And he spake as a dragon.
And he spake as a dragon, meaning what? The dragon, he spake as a dragon, meaning is Satan. Satan talking to him. The things he teaches against God. You all understand? So that's why when you go back and read it again in 16,
Revelation 16, verse 13.
When he mentioned the dragon, the mouth of the dragon, read on.
And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
So the mouth of the dragon is talking about who? America. You all understand?
Yep.
Everybody see it?
Yes, sir.
Understand? The 2 horn and they spake as a dragon is talking about America political system. Okay, so how you got to ask yourself, how does America political system, how is it going to create it's going to issue in World War III or Armageddon or make the kings of the earth get angry to come to war? Okay, how is our American political system do that? You all saw what just happened in the land of Israel. Okay, America went over there and support the Israelis. The Israelis is bombing and murdering little kids. America sent destroyer ships over there to support the Israeli government. You understand? You know, now you got leaders from other countries saying that's wrong. the kings of the other countries saying that's wrong. What America is doing is wrong. There was a vote to veto to stop the Israeli government from bombing the Palestinians, and America vetoed it. You understand? Saying let the Israeli government keep doing what they're doing, let they keep killing Palestinians. Okay, so these things is making the kings of the earth mad. So you got all the kings of the earth speaking about American politics, policies that they have towards the Palestinians. Y'all understand? Okay, so these things is these policies, these politics that America is pushing in the Middle East, okay, it's going to prepare the kings to war. It's going to prepare the king because the politics is of the devil. The things they're doing is evil to the nations. You understand? They are bombing nations, and the politics also goes into their war. You understand? Because that's what it also goes into, war too. All right? They bomb, for instance, like the politics when it comes to, let's go to Iraq. Let's talk about Iraq.
Right.
Now, through their politics, okay, Bush said that there was weapon of mass destruction in Iraq.
Right.
And he lied. He went to war with Iraq and he killed Saddam Hussein.
Right.
And his sons. And he invaded the country. Right?
Right.
And when they get over there was no weapons of mass destruction. Don't you think the kings of the earth see that?
Definitely.
Don't you think the other nations see that?
Definitely.
Don't you think the Arabs is upset because of that? How much millions of people died in the Iraq war? You think they are not upset? So America went over there and they murdered a leader of a country. You all understand? They lied on him and said he got weapons of mass destruction, and they went over there and murdered him. You know, they have the CIA setting up coups all over the world. Yeah, I think it's Bafaso, what you call again? I forget that country, the young leader.
Nigeria.
Not Nigeria, this other country, Bamudo Faso or something like that. You got this young leader called Ibrahim over there. All right, he was one of his right hand men was offered money by the CIA to assassinate him. Y'all understand? All these uprisings that you see taking place and coups that you see taking place all over the world, including Haiti, it's done by America. Okay, didn't you know that America occupied Haiti for 20 years and changed Haiti constitution? Do you all know that? Okay, when the Haitian government rose up and this one brother rose up and was fighting against them, do you know that America take all the Haitian gold, seized the Haitian gold and brought it here in America? But yet, they're going to say Haiti is a shithole. Remember Trump said that. You understand? Yet they're going to say Haiti is a shithole. Okay? So America occupied Haiti for 20 years. You had this one brother that rose up, and the brothers over there in Haiti rose up and was fighting against America, was fighting against the U.S. government, the military occupation. And they killed him and paraded him on around Haiti, and then took picture of him murdered and dropped pamphlets all over the land, all over the island of Haiti to quench the spirit of revolution. This is what America does. You all look it up. You all know what I'm talking about, right? You all know what I'm talking about? You all ever saw it? You all never saw it? Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm going to bring it out another time, but it's some heavy stuff though. You know? But anyways, so check it. Go back again and read that for me.
Revelation chapter 16, verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
So the unclean spirit that come out of the dragon is what? Politics. You know what I mean? That's going into politics. Okay, read on.
And out of the mouth of the beast.
And out of the mouth of the beast is going into economics, trade. You understand? Go to Revelation 13 and 16.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls all, both small and great.
And he calls, and this is the beast, this is America. They cause all, both small and great, meaning small nations, great nations. Read on.
Rich and poor.
Rich nations, poor nations. Read on.
Free and bond.
Free nations or bond nation. Read on.
To receive a mark in their right hand.
To receive a mark in their right hand. Read on.
Or in their foreheads.
Or in their foreheads. Read on.
And that no man might buy or sell.
The mark, that mark is going into her policies. Okay? It's going into her sins and so forth. If you don't support her sins or Christianity or so forth, you gotta support her policies.
Right.
Okay, like for instance, Saudi Arabia, there is some policies that Saudi Arabia have to accept in order to do business and buy and sell with America. All nations. Or same thing with Venezuela and all these other countries, you know. Because when you don't, guess what does end up happening? Keep on reading on.
And that no man might buy or sell.
So you're not going to be able to buy and sell. You ain't going to be able to trade internationally, okay, with the beast. Read on.
Save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
If you don't agree with his policies. Who did that happen to? It happened to Russia. You understand? It happened to Russia. It happened to Cuba. It happened to Venezuela. You understand? So it's going into that, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, that was set up in 1948, I think. In 1948, it was set up where America became the world economic superpower. The American dollar, it was used to trade internationally. Okay, so all nations use the American dollar to trade. So now, if you do not agree with what the beast is pushing, guess what? They put sanction on you. Now you can't buy and you can't sell. And let me tell you all something. It's going to come on a individual level. Right. This, what we just read, that no man should buy or sell, it's going to come on a low level. What I mean a low level? Meaning in the future, they're going to set it up where, you see, they have the digital ID. They're trying to create a digital ID, and they're trying to create a digital ID and digital money. They're going to make it where everything is linked together. You know, your social security, your bank records, your medical, everything will be on a digital database. You understand? And they're going to make it where if you speak against, if you are considered radical, you speak again, you don't follow along with what the beast is pushing, they will make it where you cannot buy and sell. You understand? Where you can't use your bank account. You can't go and you can't open a bank account. You understand? You can't, a lot of things you ain't gonna be able to do. You ain't gonna be able to buy or sell. It's gonna come on an individual level. I hope you all understand that. You're gonna come to the point you say you are an Israelite, you're not gonna be able to use social media, you're not gonna be able to buy or sell or none of that. That's the level it's gonna come to in the future. You feel what I'm saying? Now, a lot of you all don't know, but you know, I remember one of the banks in them, you know, you all know IUIC, we have banks account. One bank called us up one day and said, the ADL say that we are hate group, so they are not, they don't want us to have, we can't have our money in their bank no more. We give you all 10 days to get your money out. I'm telling you, that's no man could buy or sell. That's what they did to us. You understand? For real. Bishop and them in another country and they account freeze. Like, yo, what the hell is going on? If you know what I'm saying, this is what happened. This is what we dealing with. You understand? But it's going to come on an individual level once they have that digital ID set up. Okay, so, and that digital currency set up. That's the level it's going to come to in the future. You understand? So check it. And some of you all, because of your job, because of this, you all going to say, the hell with it. And you all going to agree with whatever they pushing just to live comfortably in this world. And some of us going to be to hell with you, and we going to do what we got to do. Okay, so check it. Where I'm at. Read it again.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16.
Read.
And he calls it all, both small and great,
read on,
rich and poor,
read on,
free and bond,
read on,
to receive a mark in their right hand,
read on,
or in their foreheads.
Read on. So in the right hand what you call, or in your forehead what you believe. All right, so from there, go back.
Revelations chapter 16, verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
So it's going into, read on.
And out of the mouth of the beast.
So the dragon is going into the politics. The beast is going into the economics. You understand? Like, for instance, America put sanction on Iran. They just took billions of dollars from Iran, like $6 billion. You understand? They took billions of dollars from Venezuela. That's why Venezuela went bankrupt. A lot of you all don't know that. They put sanctions on these countries. So this is why BRICS was formed. BRICS was formed as an entity to fight against the beast system. You understand what America is running? You all understand? Meaning the nations that don't agree with America, America put sanction on them. So that's why Russia formed the BRICS system, and you got all these other nations come under it, like China and all these other nations. Okay, read on. So it says the mouth of the beast. So the beast, that unclean spirit, is going into America and Europe, controlling trade. You understand? It's dealing wrongfully with the nations when it comes to trade, and that is getting the nations mad and angry.
Right.
So it's going to cause the nations to go to war in the future. It's creating a climate for the nations to stand up and fight in the future. Okay? All of these things is the issue in World War III. Read on.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Now the false prophet is Christianity. Go to Revelation 13 and Revelation 19 and 20.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 20.
Read that.
And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet.
So who is the false prophets? The beast was taken, and with him the false prophets. Read on.
That wrought miracles.
Read on.
Before him.
Read on.
With which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast.
So everybody that received the mark of the beast. Read on.
And them that worshipped his image.
And what is his image that everybody worship? What is his image? That white image of Christ. You all understand? That's the false prophet. And what is the image they pushing is that white image of Christ. Now, as I said, the false prophet is Christianity and Judaism. Why? Why I say that? Because in order for Christianity to be set up,
right,
they had to set up the people of Christ as being what? White.
Right.
They had to set up the Jews as being white.
Right.
Y'all understand? So because Judaism set up and they got these fake Jews, these synagogues of Satan in the land of Israel, all of that is to prepare war. By them taking them people and putting them in that land and dividing the land amongst them and the Palestinians, now there is a conflict going on there in the land concerning the Judaism and Muslims. You understand? The Judaism, they say the land belonged to them, the fake Jews. Okay, and they're trying to push the Arabs out of the land, the Muslims out of the land. So all of that is creating the kings of the earth, making them want to go to war to bring them for that day of Armageddon. Okay, read on. Where was that? Yeah, 19 and 20, right?
Yeah.
So the false prophets. The false prophets is Christianity and Judaism. Now go to Revelation 13 and 4. This explains that too.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 4. And they worship the dragon.
And they worship the dragon, meaning the dragon is Satan. Read on.
Which gave power unto the beast.
And because that's where the white man gets his power from. The beast is talking about the fourth kingdom that rule on this earth. It starts with Rome all the way to Europe and America. Read on.
And they worship the beast.
And they worship the white man. Read on.
Saying, who is like unto the beast?
Who is like the white man? Read on.
Who is able to make war with him?
Nobody could make war with the white man. Read on.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things.
And that great things that he's speaking is what? Read on.
And blasphemy.
The blasphemy is the lies. It's him calling himself the people of God, the people of Christ. Christ. Read on.
And power was given unto him.
And power was given unto him for what?
To continue 42 months.
That's a time. Read on.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God.
So this is his religion. This is the false prophets. This is him blaspheming against God. This is he's setting up these institutions of lies on the earth. How we blaspheme against God. Okay, he say that what? God look like him. Okay, read on.
To blaspheme his name.
And he blasphemed God's name. You understand? By he calling himself Israel. Read on.
And his tabernacle.
And God tabernacles, which is us also. Read on.
And them that dwell in heaven.
And them that dwell in heaven is the angels. Okay? The angels, he paint the angels as being white and all of that. Read on.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
Okay, so from there, so you understand that's the false prophets. The false prophets is these religious establishments that's set up on the earth today. Whether you call yourself a Seventh-day Adventist,
right,
whether you call yourself Judaism, whether you call yourself Catholic, okay, all of that is the false prophets. Okay, so what I'm showing you all is those three unclean spirits, they are going in the east to prepare the kings and them for war.
Right.
You understand? All these things I went over, which is what? Is the false prophets. Okay, they go in and they pushing Christianity on a lot of people in the Middle East. They don't want to hear that. Okay? They are going and they pushing their politics and policies and oppressing the people in the Middle East and in other nations. The people don't want to hear that.
Right.
And if they don't comply with what America does, bomb them. So all of these things is making the people mad. You're over there and they pushing policies on the policies they pushing on Palestine. The United Nations and them, they came together with America and Britain, and they took their brothers and put them in that land and said that land belongs to them too. That's a policy that they did that's causing conflict in the Middle East. Okay? So these things is to prepare the kings of the earth for war. Them three unclean spirits. Keep on reading. Let's go back and let's keep on reading.
Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Come out of the mouth of the dragon. Read on.
And out of the mouth of the beast.
The mouth of the beast. So the dragon is politics. That's one unclean spirit. The beast is economics, which goes into how the international world they trade and so forth. The IMF, the SWIFT, international SWIFT system. Read on.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet.
The false prophets is their false religion like Christianity and so forth. Now, you know what? Let me give one more scripture for false religion. Go to Matthew 24 and 3. You know, the false prophet. Matthew 24 and 3. Get that and read that. Yo, I ain't losing you all right. I ain't in a mood right now. Are y'all getting it? Y'all understand, right? Okay, I hope I ain't going. Sometime when I get into the mood, I just be in a zone. You understand? I be.
we with you.
Yeah, all right. So the three unclean spirit is what the beast or America is putting out there, which going to cause the kings and them to go to war, which is going to cause World War III or Armageddon.
Right.
It's talking about the ill dealings of America, the wrong things they doing. You understand? They put people in that land that don't belong there. They kicking the Palestinians out of the land, taking land from them. You know what I mean? Displacing them. You know, these are the things that they are oppressing the Palestinians. That's going to cause World War III. Okay? They are oppressed in the Arabs. Where we at? Read.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came.
Jump to 4.
Verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
This is the false prophets. Okay, read on.
For many shall come in my name.
It's talking about the 1400s when the white man came back into power. Many gonna come in Christ's name. Read on.
Saying, I am Christ.
Meaning that's the word Christ mean anointed. You understand? They gonna come and they say they are anointed. Meaning we are Christians. Read on.
And shall deceive many.
And the Christians have deceived many people on the earth. You understand? Because they have set up a white image of Christ. They have changed the message of Christ. You understand? This is what these Christians have done. Okay, they come in the name of Christ. They say, we are Christians. Hope you all understand. So that's for the false prophets. Okay? Right now, if you hear how the Christians is talking about the Palestinians, they say the Palestinians need to die. You know, I'm telling you. You know, so from there, I want you to go to you know what? Go to Obadiah 1 and 2. Yeah. I'll read that. I want to show you all something. Then we're going to jump back there. Let me show you all something. You know, so the what them three unclean spirits is doing is this right here. Obadiah explain it. Obadiah explain what they are doing. Read that for me.
Obadiah, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom.
So this is talking about Edom, the so-called white man. Read on.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord. And an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Remember Revelation 16, it says that those unclean spirits is preparing the kings and them to rise up against Edom in battle, which gonna be Armageddon, World War III. Read on.
Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
So them three unclean spirits that send out to the kings of the earth, it is making America and Europe and the land of Israel small, and the Israelis small amongst the heathen. Read on.
Thou art greatly despised.
They are despised, meaning they are hated. When it says they are made small, it means that they are hated.
Right.
Meaning the Arabs and them hate America. The Iranis and them hate America. They hate the land of Israel.
Right.
Y'all understand? So what you see taking place, the nations is becoming to hate America.
Right.
They are hating the land of Israel.
Right. They ain't scared of them no more.
Right.
The way how America, they used to look up to America, they don't look at them the same no more.
Exactly. That's what you see going on. They are greatly despised, meaning they are hated. How are they hated? They are hated because them three unclean spirits that is sent forth to the kings of the earth is going into their politics, their religion, and their trade, economics, and so forth. They are dealing unjustly and dealing wrongfully with the kings of the earth. So the kings of the earth, they hate Europe and they hate America. Okay? All right? Goes back to even what taking place in Palestine today. So now I'm going to jump back to Revelation 12. Let's see how much more time I get.
Revelation.
Oh, man. Let's go in. Let's do this. I got 20 minutes, man.
Revelation chapter 16, verse 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Read on.
And out of the mouth of the beast.
Read on.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Read on.
For they are spirits of devils.
They are spirits of devils. Read on.
Working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth.
And they go forth unto the kings of the earth. Read on.
And of the whole world.
Read on.
To gather them.
To what?
To gather them.
Remember Joel 3. I will gather all nations where? In the valley of Jehoshaphat, in the Middle East, in Israel. Okay, to gather them where? In the land of Israel. Read on.
To gather them to the battle.
To the battle where? In the land of Israel. Read on.
Of that great day.
Of that great day, which is Armageddon. Read on.
Of God Almighty.
Of God Almighty. So you all see what's going on. That's why even what you all see taking place in Israel, in the land of Israel today, with the Israelis bombing the Palestinians, all of that is for the Palestinians and them to cry out.
Right.
For them to cry out, free Palestine! And as they cry out, their brothers gonna come together and fight with them. You understand? Keep on reading. Let's see. Keep on reading.
Verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked.
So when Christ come, none of us, you don't know when he gonna pop out of the sky. We don't.
And they see his shame. And he gathered them together into a place called, in the Hebrew tongue, Armageddon.
Armageddon is in the land of Israel. You all understand? That's where Christ is going to gather all nations down in the land of Israel. Okay, the Joel 3 call it the valley of Jehoshaphat. Read on.
And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air.
Read on.
And there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, it is done.
It is done. Time for vengeance. Read on.
And there were voices and thunders.
Read on.
And lightnings. And there was a great earthquake.
And there was a great earthquake, meaning great destruction. Read on.
Such as was not since men were upon the earth.
Read on.
So mighty an earthquake and so great.
So that earthquake is also going into Zechariah when Christ touched down. Read on.
And the great city was divided into three parts.
Read on.
And the cities of the nations fell.
And the cities of the nations fell. What we're reading about here, World War III. Now this take place it ain't all happen one time. Right. You understand? Because when you read 2nd Ezra, they tell you how China fell. They tell you how America going to destroy China and so forth. But keep on reading.
And the great city was divided into three parts. And the cities of the nations fell.
Read on.
And great Babylon came in remembrance before God.
And great Babylon came to remembrance. That's America. Read on.
To give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath.
Read on.
And every island fled away.
Read on.
And the mountains were not found.
Read on.
And there fell upon men a great hail.
A great hail is talking about nuclear bombs. You understand? Nuclear bombs falling from the sky. In Matthew 24, it's called stars. Read on.
And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven.
Read on.
Every stone about the weight of a talent.
Read on.
And men blasphemed God because of the plagues of the hail.
Read on.
For the plague thereof was exceeding great.
Okay, so that's America being destroyed right there. Okay, now I'm going to show you all some. Go to Isaiah 21. Okay, so what you all see taking place is to gather the Arabs. Ishmael is crying out, and his brother's going to answer. Okay, and that's going to start World War III or Armageddon. Okay, America is doing a lot of wrong dealings with the nations. That's forcing the nations to want to come together to fight against America. Okay, that's what you see taking place. Okay, you got China, you got Iran, all of them. Iran vowed to destroy America. You all understand?
Yep.
Why? Because America and Israel, they keep killing dignitaries of Iran. You understand? Okay, so dignitaries from Iran. So from there, go to Isaiah 21.
Isaiah chapter 21, verse 11.
Read on.
The burden of Duma.
The burden of who?
Of Duma.
Do you all remember when we read Duma? Who is Duma? Duma is one of the prince of Ishmael. Remember, Ishmael got 12 sons.
Right.
We read it early on in Chronicles 1 and 29. Read that again for me. Not Chronicles. Where you reading there?
All right. It says the burden of Duma.
The burden of Duma. That's one of the prince of Ishmael. You understand? Read on.
He calleth to me out of Seir.
He calleth to me out of Seir. Seir is where? Where is Seir? Seir is Edom. That's Petra in the land over there.
That's right.
You understand? Okay, read on.
Watchman, what of the night?
So Duma asking, what do we see? The watchman is us. Watchman, what of the night? What of the night? Read on.
Watchman, what of the night? The watchman said.
And this is us speaking. Read on.
The morning cometh.
The morning cometh. Read on.
And also the night.
And also the night.
If ye will inquire ye, return. Come. The burden upon Arabia.
The burden upon who?
Arabia.
Upon Arabia. So we are reading about the Arabians right now, Ishmael. Okay, the burden upon Arabia. So one of the prince asked the watchman, what's going on? Are we about to tell him what's about to take place? Read on.
The burden upon Arabia in the forest in Arabia.
In the forest in Arabia. Where you at?
That's verse 13.
No, jump verse 1. Start at verse 1.
Verse 1. The burden of the desert of the sea.
The burden of the desert of the sea. Read on.
As whirlwinds in the south pass through.
As whirlwind in the south pass through. Whirlwind in the south pass through. The desert, sea, and the south. I'm going to explain that later on in the next couple of minutes. Read on.
So it cometh from the desert.
So it cometh from the desert. Read on.
From a terrible land.
This is talking about the Arabs. This is talking about when Ishmael affliction is heard and all his brothers is joined together.
Right.
You all understand? Read on.
A grievous vision is declared unto me.
A grievous vision. Yo, Isaiah said, I saw a grievous vision. What vision he's seeing here? He's seeing the beginning of World War III. The beginning of Armageddon. Read on.
The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously.
The treacherous dealer is America. Okay, dealer treacherously. Read on.
And the spoiler spoileth.
And the spoiler spoileth, that's the Israelis. Read on.
Go up, O Elam.
Go up who?
Elam.
Go up Elam. Elam, read on.
Besiege, O Media.
Besiege, O Media. Media is who? And Elam is who? It's talking about Iran. You all understand? This is a prophecy for the future. When you read the top verse, who is talking about? The desert place is who it's talking about? It's talking about Ishmael. Y'all understand? Okay, so it's talking about Ishmael and it's talking about who? It's talking about the Iranis. Y'all understand? Okay. Keep on reading.
Besiege. Verse 2. It says, a grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously, and the spoiler spoileth. Go up, O Elam.
Go up, O Elam. Read on.
Besiege, O Media.
Besiege, O Media, meaning Iran. So we got, read on.
All the sighing thereof have I made to cease. Therefore are my loins filled with pain. Pangs have taken hold upon me, as the pangs of a woman that travaileth. I was bowed down at the hearing of it. I was dismayed at the seeing of it.
So this is what Isaiah said. I was dismayed at the seeing of it. Now this ain't talking about just what happened back then. Isaiah saw something heavier.
Future things.
You understand? Now jump to verse 13.
Verse 13. The burden upon Arabia.
The burden upon Arabia. Read on.
In the forest in Arabia.
Read on.
Shall ye lodge.
They going lodge. They going lodge there in the forest of Arabia. Read on.
O ye traveling companies of Dedanim.
Dedanim is who? We read it early on. The one of the princes of Ishmael. You all understand? I'm telling you all, the Ishmaelites will hear the cry of their brothers and come together. Okay? Read on.
The inhabitants of the land of Tema.
This is another one of Ishmael brothers. Right. They will come together to fight against the Israelis. Read on.
The inhabitants of Tema brought water to him that was thirsty.
That's their brother there too. Another Ishmaelite brother. You understand? Remember what we read. Ishmael shall dwell amongst his brethren.
Yep.
You understand? They will join together. They will fight. You understand? Read on.
They prevented with their bread him that fled. For they fled from the swords, from the drawn sword, and from the bent bow, and from the grievousness of war.
The grievousness of war is talking about World War III. You understand? I'm a Gideon. You seeing what's going to happen? It says they flee from the grievous war. You understand? This is they fleeing when? They fleeing after they destroyed certain parts of Israel. Then America gonna get involved and destroy them and destroy the armies and so forth. So now they are fleeing. You understand?
Right.
Okay, read on.
For thus hath the Lord said unto me, within a year, according to the years of an hireling, and all the glory of Kedar shall fail.
Kedar is another one of Ishmael's sons. Read on.
And the residue of the number of archers, the mighty men of the children of Kedar, shall be diminished.
They're going to be diminished through what? Through the beginning of World War III. Now, everything we just read there, where can I read it again? I'm going to show you all some. Because you had one person talk about, 2nd Ezra 13, that happened back then. Yes, what we read happened back then, but guess what? It's going to happen again in the future.
That's right.
And that's what I'm going to show you all. You understand? Now go, jump back. Jump back to 2nd Ezra. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 15 and 28.
2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 28. Behold, an horrible vision and appearance, and the appearance thereof from the east.
So the horrible visions and the appearance thereof from the east, read on.
Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia.
Or the nations of the dragons of what?
Of Arabia.
Read on.
Shall come out with many chariots.
The many chariots is going into the whirlwind that we read in Isaiah 21. I'm showing you what we read in Isaiah 21 and what we read in 2nd Ezra 15 is saying the same thing. Read on.
And the multitude of them.
No. And the multitude of them what?
And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind.
God shall be carried as what?
As the wind.
No, go back to 2nd Ezra. No, go back to Isaiah and read that again.
Yes, sir. Isaiah 21 verse 1. The burden of the desert of the sea as whirlwinds.
I shall be carried out. We read earlier on, they shall be carried as what? As the wind.
Right.
Now we're reeling as what? The desert of the sea as whirlwinds. Read on.
As whirlwinds in the south.
In the south. Read on.
Pass through. So it cometh from the desert from a terrible land.
From a terrible land. Read on.
A grievous vision is declared unto me.
A grievous vision is declared unto me. Where did we read that? Jump back to 2nd Ezra and read that again.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 28. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east.
So you all see that it's saying the same thing. I hope you all see that, okay? Yes, it's talking about a future war. What war? The war that's going to start Armageddon. Read on.
Verse 29. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia.
So who's going to start the war? The dragons of Arabia. The dragons of Arabia is talking about the sons of Ishmael.
Right.
You understand? The princes of Ishmael. They will gather together. Okay? They will hear the cry of their brother and gather together. Okay? Read that again.
Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia.
In Isaiah 21, it says the burden of the desert of the sea. That's talking about Arabia. You understand? Read on.
Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots.
With many chariots, read on.
And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind.
They're going to be carried as a whirlwind. Read on.
Upon earth.
Upon the earth. Read on.
That all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
Everybody that see when that army come together, that's Iran and all the sons of Ishmael coming together. You all understand? You know, and what's going to start it? The affliction that the Israelis is doing against their brother. You understand? They're going to hear the affliction of their brother. Okay? That's what Ishmael mean, affliction heard. And they're going to fight against everyone. That's what's going to start World War III. I want you all to understand that. Read on. So when we read Genesis that he shall fight against every man and every man against him, that's a prophecy for World War III.
Right.
You understand? Yes, it's talking about him doing the terrorist acts and him fighting against them today, but it's going into in that last day. Okay, read on.
Verse 30. Also the Carmanians.
So the Carmanians, where we read the Carmanians in Isaiah 21.
That was in verse 2.
In verse 2. Read that for me.
Isaiah 21 verse 2. A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealeth treacherously, and the spoiler spoileth. Go up, O Elam. Besiege, O Media.
So the Persians and the Medes, this is who it is. It's talking about, but it's talking about Iran today. Y'all understand? I want you all to understand the things that happened back then, they're going to happen again today, but on a much higher level. Okay? Read on.
Elam, besiege, O Media. All sighing thereof have I made to cease.
Okay, so jump back and read that again in Ezra.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 30. Also the Carmanians.
Also the Carmanians, meaning the Iranis. That's another word for Elam and Persia. Okay, it's the Carmanians. When you look at the region of where Carmania is in Iran. Okay, read on.
Raging in wrath.
So the Iranis going to be raging in wrath. Why is the Carmanians raging in wrath? Because of them three unclean spirits that's going forth and putting economic sanctions on them, murdering the dignities of the countries, for all the evil that the land of Israel have been doing to the Iranis, and America have been doing to the Iranis, shutting off their money supply, all of that. Listen, they're going to come with anger. You understand? That's why I said the Carmanian raging, meaning the Iranis, they're going to be coming with their armies raging against who? Against the land of Israel. You all understand? That's Bible prophecy. Read on.
Also the Carmanians raging in wrath.
Read on.
Shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
Read on.
And with great power.
And with great power.
Shall they come.
Shall they come. Read on.
And join battle with them.
And they're going to join battle with the sons of Ishmael. You understand? With the 12 sons of Ishmael. Read on.
And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
That goes back to Zechariah when it says, the land of the Assyrian that going to be wasted is going into certain place in the land of Israel. Right. You understand? Ekron. What else? Gaza. Tel Mikmi. When you read Zechariah, it explains these places that are going to be wasted by the Arabs. You understand? I got to speed it up, so let me speed it up.
Verse 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand.
The dragons is the dragons of Arabia. They're going to have the upper hand. Okay, the prophecy is that they will have the upper hand over the Israeli government and over America for a short time. Read on.
Remembering their nature.
Because what is their nature? Their nature is to be wild man in Genesis and to fight against every man. That's their nature. Okay, to issue in World War III. Read on.
And if they shall...
That's why it says remember in their nature, because their nature is go back to Genesis. That's why God created them that way, to start World War III. Right. Read on.
And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring in great power to persecute them.
So they're going to persecute the Israelis. Read on.
Then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power.
And they're going to keep silence. The Israelis going to keep silence through their power, through the power of the Arabs and the Iranis that force that is bring together to fight against the land of Israel. Read on.
And shall flee.
And the Israelis going to flee. Read on.
And from the line of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them.
Read on.
And consume some of them.
And some of the cities over there going to be destroyed. Read on.
And in their host shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings.
And they're going to be strife among their kings. Read on.
Behold, clouds from the east.
So now listen, this is to show you, this is talking about Armageddon, the war of Armageddon. And it's not just talking about the war back then. You understand? Because what I'm about to read, I want you all to see this. Read on.
Behold, clouds from the east.
Cloud from the east. The east there is talking about the east of Jerusalem, which is India, China, Asia, all them countries in the east over there. You understand? Read on. Right. Clouds from the east. Read on.
And from the north.
And from the north is talking about Russia, Europe, all the countries that's the north of Jerusalem. Russia, Europe. The clouds is the armies. Read on.
Unto the south.
And from the south. What's the clouds in the south? Go back to Isaiah 21. Let's see what's the cloud of the south.
Isaiah 21 verse 1. The burden of the desert of the sea, as whirlwinds in the south.
Or as whirlwinds in where?
In the south.
So the desert of the sea, the whirlwinds of the south, read on.
Pass through. So it cometh from the desert.
It cometh from what?
From the desert.
Read on.
From a terrible land.
So the south is talking about Saudi Arabia. You understand? The south is talking about the Saudi Arabia. You understand? South of Israel, you see the Arab countries and them down there. Okay, that's them. That's all their armies coming together to what? To go to war in Israel. This is what God was talking about. Okay, so it's continuing the same thing we've been reading from the verses above.
Right.
Okay, keep on reading.
2nd Ezra 15 verse 34.
Because the verses above, guess what's going to happen? They're going to bomb and destroy certain places in Israel. Right. And then America won't get involved. Right. And then all the armies is converging. That's what we're reading. Mm-hmm. You understand? Gather yourselves together. Yeah. I will bring all nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Read on.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 34. Behold, clouds from the east.
Read on.
And from the north.
Read on.
Unto the south.
Read on. The south is talking about Arabia. Read on.
And they are very horrible to look upon.
And they are very horrible to look upon. This is armies. Read on.
Full of wrath.
They're all full of wrath. All the armies. Read on.
And storm.
And what?
And storm.
Read on.
They shall smite one upon another.
They're going to fight with each other down there in the Middle East. Read on.
And they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth.
What is the great multitude of stars that it's talking about? Showing that this is talking about the future.
Right.
You understand? It's not talking about the past. It's talking about the future.
Right.
What is the multitude of stars that they're going to shoot down on the earth? Let me see some stars shooting down on the earth, man. And they shall what? Read it again.
They shall smite one upon another.
So they fighting with each other. Read on.
And they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth.
That stars is on ballistic missiles. Yeah. Okay, read on.
Even their own stars.
Even their own stars. Read on. All of them shooting missiles at each other. Read on.
And blood shall be from the sword unto the belly.
It's going to be a lot of killing taking place then. Read on.
And dung of men unto the camel's hoe.
Read on.
And there shall be great fearfulness.
Read on. So what we're reading here is that same start at verse 28 coming down. It's going into the beginning of Armageddon. Armageddon in the beginning of World War III. You understand? So any one of you all say, oh, he's not talking about that. What you all reading, you all trying to, listen, just be quiet. Just be quiet and let us do what we doing. We know what we talking about.
Right.
Okay, read on.
And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling.
Read on.
Upon earth.
Read on.
And they that see the wrath shall be afraid.
Everybody that see that water taking place gonna be afraid. This is letting you know it's not talking about back then. Read on.
And trembling shall come upon them.
Read on.
And then shall there come great storms from the south.
From the south, that's from Arabia. Read on.
And from the north.
And from the north, that's Europe, Russia. Read on.
And from another part, from the west.
The west, that's America, Canada, and all of them. Read on.
And strong winds shall arise from the east.
And strong winds from the east, that's India, North Korea, all of them nations that's in the east of Jerusalem. Read on.
And shall open it.
And shall open it. The it is silo. Is their silos. Read on.
And the cloud which he raised up in wrath.
And the cloud which he raised up in wrath, meaning one of these nations is going to be angry as hell. Read on.
And the star.
And the what?
The star.
The star is a nuclear bomb. Read on.
Stirred to cause fear.
That stirred to cause fear what?
Toward the east and west wind.
The east and west wind, meaning that's the west is American military. The east is all them military from the east, like China and all them militaries, all them nations from the east. So it says this star gonna rise up against the east and west wind, meaning their armies, read on,
shall be destroyed.
So America army gonna be destroyed down there in the east. You understand? The army gonna be destroyed and China army gonna be destroyed. They're gonna be crazy. I'm telling you all. Read on.
The great and mighty clouds shall be lifted up full of wrath.
So it says clouds, meaning plurals, meaning you got many nations here. You got, when you read Revelation 17, it talk about the 10 horns. You understand? That's how America going to be destroyed, by the 10 horns. Read on.
And the star.
It's that star. What we're reading here is from the north. The they that come from the north. The north of Israel is Europe and Russia. You understand? Read on.
And the star, that they may make all the earth afraid.
So the star is a nuclear bomb that gonna make all the earth afraid. Read on.
And them that dwell therein.
Read on.
And they shall pour out over every high and eminent place and horrible star.
What is this talking about? This is talking about World War III. This is talking about the future. Y'all understand? This is what's gonna happen, brothers and sisters.
They're talking about that song about the past.
Read on.
Verse 41. Fire and hail.
Fire and hail. Read on.
And flying swords.
And flying swords. Read on.
And many waters.
And many waters. Read on.
That all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters.
Y'all see that? That's what's gonna happen. Read on.
And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood and the grass of the meadows and their corn.
Read on.
And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon.
And they're going to come straight steadfastly to America. This is letting you know it's talking about today. Read on.
And make her afraid.
And they're going to make America afraid. Who's going to do this? Europe. When you read Revelation 17, that they shall burn the whole with fire. Because God have put it in their heart. Who is this? Europe and Russia. Read on.
They shall come to her and besiege her.
Read on.
The star, and all wrath shall they pour out upon her.
Shall they pour out on America? Read on.
Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven.
That's Revelation 18. They're going to see the dust and the smoke of a torment. You all understand? Yep. Okay, so I just have to run through that real quick. It's a lot of breakdown I'm supposed to be There's a lot of things I miss out that I'm supposed to explain in that there, but Lord's will another time. You know what I mean? I'm 7 minutes over my time limit. You know what I mean? So I'm going to shut it down now. Brothers and sisters, I hope you all got some out of that lesson, man. You feel what I'm saying? I hope you all got some out of that. Now, you all see who is creating the terrorists. In the affliction that America and the Israelis is doing to these Arabs, they are creating the terrorists. You understand? If you kill somebody, kids, if you killing somebody, mother and father, they will hate you.
Right.
You understand? So America is creating terrorists, and these same terrorists, in them doing that, all in they afflicting the Palestinians, the other Arab nations, and them is gonna hear their brothers cry, and they will come together, and it's gonna start World War III. It's not gonna happen now, because guess what gotta happen first? They gotta make war with us and kill some of us first.
Right.
So some form of peace gonna be set up in the land of Israel eventually. You understand? And then they're gonna turn their eyes towards us. Okay, and as they turn their eyes towards us, some of us gonna become martyrs, and then will the end come. Then World War III is gonna pop off. You understand? So with that, brothers and sisters, shalom, most in Christ bless you all. Tune into another week of the Raven and Wolves Radio Show. You don't know, we see you all next week. You don't know.
Oh, praise to the Most High.
Huh? Yeah, subscribe to the Raven and Wolves Radio Show, Instagram. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, you don't know. Take it easy.
Meditate there upon my mind. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team. Well, if I want any tears, roll deep rounds, red blue, pull up then lock down street. Hit spot, jump out at the 4-door Jeep. And we match black pants and boots, palm feet. Let me reach for the back. Pull out the heat and I spray with the weapon and I listen to my teeth. In a war time, we no two trace like girl. We no take tough chat, boot reach boy teeth. I'm a heart too cold, man, I know bombers. Cops and marrow upon the damn concrete. Hey, all I shot, yeah.